And welcome to
the High as Fuck podcast with your boys
Matt Jackson, aka Joffrey Killer Baby,
and your boy, his limited edition action figure Jedi Joe motherfucking cool. And we are here with our boys from the band Claude Glass.
Hello.
So,
and then we got to go. The Claude Glassians are here,
Glass.
but we have to get some things in here, right? We got our sponsor of the show is Exotic.
Exotics
Look at him, he's ticking.
Vape Shop. Health and wellness store.
Yes, down there near the fairgrounds.
Near the fairgrounds
in
crossroads
Ringgold.
in Ringgold.
And
Used to be Blue Moon Tattoo Shop.
So
It's now a weed shop.
Yeah, so it used to be Blue Moon. It's really cool. Like I used to know this pirate guy that lived up in the upstairs. It was pretty cool though. Anyway, he was a pirate.
Okay,
He was a fucking pirate.
That's dope.
Not a butt pirate either.
Arg.
Oh, he was an R pirate. An R-rated pirate. Okay.
He was an R-rated pirate.
He smoked weed. He was dope. Shout out to the pirate man of Danville. Anyway, so we'll see you down the Exotic Vape.
Exotic Vape and smoke shop behind sheets.
Yeah, with Ali and his brother.
Yeah.
We passed that shop on the way here.
That's a dope place to go. They give us good deals over there.
It's fucking aggressive lighting. I was like, oh, we should go in there. I felt like a mom. I've never vaped before, but,
time to start
never
now.
too late to start.
And then we have 716 Wings, which we will be there this Saturday for Elimination Chamber.
We will be there this Saturday.
Because I have it reservated. So if y'all want to come over,
What's
come down
going on?
Saturday.
Just hanging out.
Watching the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view together.
Beer, food, watching
Beer,
pay-per-view.
food, watching. I don't drink beer anymore, but
What time?
it starts at, it's going to be, we're getting there at 6. Because I have reservated at 6.
Nice.
So it gives people time to get there within an hour.
Yeah, I get off at 7.
7.
Come up. Our show's the day before. So.
Yeah, that's true. So if y'all wanted to, Saturday is open for anybody to come in there. We play pool. There's a dart board, and there's this other game where you throw it up or some shit. They got great food. They got the stoner
Sounds like
chalupa or whatever the fuck it's called. Chiquita. What's that? Tina, eat your dinner.
Quesadilla.
Quesadilla. That's a quesadilla.
A goddamn quesadilla.
Tina, eat your dinner, goddammit. We have anybody else? I mean, we had the 716 will be there, obviously. But where was the other place? It's like the Southwick Plaza.
Southwick Plaza Tobacco and Vape.
Oh, yeah, River City Arcade.
The arcade over there.
We have an arcade now on Danville, which is
Yeah.
dope. We actually have that. It's really cool. The arcade is really
I still
cool.
have yet to go there.
It's fun. You should
You
have
said
went with us.
$10 for per person,
yeah.
and then you just get to play whatever you want.
For as long as you
For as
want.
long
You
as
can
you
go in
want.
there at 10 o'clock in the morning and leave at 10. I think. They might be like, what are you doing? But I don't know. But
Please
they-
leave. We're closed.
Yeah. So they did say something like it was, $10, not per hour. It's $10 however long you're going to be there.
Yeah.
Because, they understand you have to come in and there's people playing the games that you want. And you're waiting around for a game. And pool, all kinds of shit. Old cool games like Mortal Kombat, like the X-Men game 92 that we used to play, which I think it was 92.
Yeah.
That one. It's really dope. Yeah, I like the pool.
The 4-player X-Men game.
Yeah. And I was stuck on the Batman thing because it's a car deal where you're driving Batman's.
Oh, nice.
And they updated it. So it's got the Adam West one and it's got all the Batman cars basically. So I was driving the Adam West one.
Nice.
So I got to change up cars and I got to feel like I was Batman because I am Batman.
Yeah, you have the Batman mannequin
And
here.
then I got Batman collection right over there on that table and stuff. That's like homage to Batman. I almost bought a Batman wooden thing again,
That's
like that middle one.
Fucking Batman
Almost
shrine, man.
Yes, it is. Like, it is. And yeah, I'm obsessed with them. Kind of gay for Batman, you guys say.
Hashtag gay
For all of
Batman.
them?
Hashtag gay for Batman.
All of them?
Yes.
Hmm.
Every Batman there is. Except for like
The Batman.
that's not about the
Batman,
actors.
so
It's about the suit. It's all about the suit. I don't care about who's
It
in it.
doesn't matter. Except for Michael Keaton. He's the best Batman.
Yeah, he's
so.
the best Batman that's ever existed, except for Adam West. See, there's an exception there.
This is
Let's
heated.
go, Robin. Let's go. Boom, song, doing.
This is getting heated. No.
Okay, so this is good to go live and this because we're live on YouTube right now, and this is going to come out at a later date. But we're live on YouTube, right? And y'all get to see us acting a
Acting
fool
stupid.
and seeing what we used to. It's not like having two phones now. So
Exactly. Here on our $1 million recreation of Wayne's World.
Yeah, I think we got a little bit more money into it than Wayne's World, but hey, I got a whole ass mannequin. Those things are like $1,000 or something.
It's
sometimes.
$89,000.
That jacket's custom made. I think it's like 25 grand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It might be. It's real.
It might be.
I mean, that's
so many
real
needs
fur.
died.
It's the internet. You can
It's
say what
actually
you want.
Black Rabbit.
It's actually Black Rabbit.
No, wait a minute. No, my
It's
fur
a
jacket I wear at y'all show.
I like that.
The black
Yeah,
jacket I
really.
wear at y'all show.
You always. My whole thing is you look like a fucking swamp pimp every time you show up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's fucking. I want to talk to that
I
guy.
found your button. That I thought I lost their button that I bought.
Yeah.
And I stuck it into the wall right there.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Claude
I thought
Glass
you lost
pinned it
it
into the
too.
Yeah,
wall.
because I lost the back, so I can't put it on my fur anymore.
Oh, fuck. That's a lot of people have
Because
been
it
saying
looked
that.
badass on the fur. Like it literally popped.
I saw
side.
that. It looked
popped
fucking
really
amazing.
good. Yeah.
We were trying to get some more of those made. I actually gave mine away. We can't say much, but we went on this, like, our band went on this insane trip to DC, and we met this German woman, and it was sociologist. That was a whole thing. Yeah. By the way, there's more of us in the band. I'm Angus Hobson guitar, and this is Thomas playing drums. Harley's out, and you saw where we shot Claudette. So
Y'all actually can see that on the channel.
Yeah,
I think it's on this channel right here. Is the of the short of this is what happened at the Claude Glass show.
She took an 8mm round like a champ.
It was insane. With the whole, like, because when I was recording the short, it was like I was recording at the right time, at the right time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how did I know? But when you raised the gun up, I was like, oh,
You're
shit,
like,
hold on. Something's about
It's
to
really hard to get most club owners to be like, hey, can I bring a loaded firearm in your establishment? And Casey doesn't care. He's just like, yeah, man, come on, man. It's so good.
We tested it.
Yeah. That was just fucking terrifying because even, I've done it a million times, but even on stage, I was just like, oh my God, I hope this doesn't make like a stampede or something. There's a lot of stuff like that. Our next show we have coming up, it's a bunch of other stuff we haven't done before. And
That sounds dope. Like, but with the gun thing, like, how are y'all even getting away with doing that?
It's they're BFON, blank firing, non-gun legality stuff. So it's just you have to modify them a certain way. I'm a reenactor.
Also, really easy thing. Don't actually aim the weapon.
Yeah.
That's something you're not willing to destroy.
Exactly.
So we can make
all gun safety. Yes.
Yeah. That's my whole thing. Well, I mean, I've been a reenactor for years, and that's
the main safety precaution I would say we take is obviously we don't actually,
Yeah, exactly. They're blanks.
And,
they're plastic blanks, and it's but it's fun.
I think that's important to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way you're aiming it is not even at her, but when she drops, it's so realistic.
And from audience view, I don't know how much it looks like she is shot, but that's not the goal.
Yeah, it looks good.
No, we shot Claudette. She's in a box. She's in a wooden box right now. Yes. So you're gonna have to come to the next show.
Well, she does just disappear from, or she did just disappear from
into
stage.
the walls. We haven't. That's a whole other thing.
We'll see her next
No,
show.
what's crazy about it is
how does she keep showing up?
my Lady Cadaver idea is solely close to what y'all are doing that I wouldn't have, I wasn't going to be doing the shooting on the stage, but I was a dead thing.
Yes.
In my head of the idea of what I wanted to do with it.
I like that because it makes me think of that Velvet Underground song, Lady Godiva.
Okay.
Lady Godiva.
There's a band called Lady Cadaver, so I had to change like the spelling of it. And it's Lady Cadaver and Her Embalmers. Like I went back to the original name I had for that. But it's just some side project where I do black metal. And,
that's cool.
Some sick shit. We were doing some Lady today, but Lady is connected to Dinosaur Man, which is connected to Dinosaurs with Knives, which everything goes through Dinosaur Man first.
Interesting.
All the characters come from him. Like he multiplies other characters.
Interesting.
In a way, like so he spawns other characters somehow.
I like that.
It's different time zones too out of the world. I mean, out of the time continuum or whatever. So, like with Lord Atheist and Dinosaur Man, which is Jah Killa, but Jah Freak Killa is before he turns into Dinosaur Man is how he gets the Dinosaur Man,
Yeah.
name and stuff because he got bit by a dinosaur, yada yada.
I like
Changed his
it. A
face,
radioactive dinosaur.
and it changes his face, and only his face is damaged by that, and he turns to green and all that stuff. But then he meets up with his other self, which is Lord Atheist, and in another time zone, and he's actually able to remove the face. And Lady Cadaver's entity is an entity, which means that when Lord Atheist does his embalming, that's how she got inside of him.
Interesting.
Because she was penalized for a lot of different shit in her other lifetime or whatever. She was penalized to being the soul eater, and the ones that has to, she has to be the most sickest and vilest now because she's eaten so many children.
That's wild. This is interesting. So it's very similar to kind of what we do in the theatrical rock world.
So I saw y'all's show and I was like, "There's no way."
There needs to be more of it, though. That's the thing.
They didn't take nothing. Like in my head's just like, "Oh my god, this is cool," but I would have done it differently.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's obviously different than what y'all have going on. But I'm just like,
of art too.
y'all just dropped that girl.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is we're trying to. Yeah.
I know. And it
was cathartic.
It was the theatrics. And I'm so insanely in love with the theatrics of it's any type of music.
I'm sitting here dancing to the music and enjoying myself, and then all of a sudden I see a rifle. I'm like, I probably should sit down.
Yeah. We got to sit down on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. So I'm on a new journey here.
Yeah.
And it's what you're doing right now is fine by me. I'm fine with it. But as I was walking outside, my fucking body was just like, "Oh shit, man!" Whatever. I was like, "No, you're fucking not."
Yeah.
Because he's like, "Some beer." I was like, "Oh no, y'all keep that away from me. I don't want none of it." So I'm on a new track in life. I just want to smoke weed now, and I don't like
that's admirable.
I'm done drinking.
Yeah, this is basically water.
I keep drinking on bad timings. So, I'm mad or I'm sad or I'm depressed. And I'm like, oh, this is something to knock me out or whatever the fuck or make me whatever. I think it's going to make me happy or whatever. It doesn't. I just got to throw on some Ronnie Racky or something that actually makes me happy. Like some band or something that I actually like that actually gets me going.
Yeah, it makes you,
Burn the World Down by Ronnie
up.
Racky. So, shout out to Ronnie Racky for
That's
that
awesome.
shit, man. Or like Kim Dracula, or just something that I know is going to fucking spark that. I'm back.
Yeah, I feel
And,
good.
Falling in Reverse.
Falling Reverse is dope, right? I love him.
I love playing their music. All their music is so fun.
I just think Ronnie Rowdy is a dumpster fire. But
he's
in a good way.
Crazy.
In a good way.
He's crazy.
he's Crazy Town.
It's so
I think
fucking
he
good.
actually probably is
mentally ill.
Yeah, he's got to have some kind of diagnosis.
No, he doesn't.
I'm not a therapist or
I think he's on the right track. Okay,
psychologist.
because he's went through the shit.
Yeah,
he went through shit. He went to jail. All this stuff. Lost his daughter for a while. He's paid his dues.
Every good rock and roller has to go to jail at least once.
Yeah, I guess
that's the truth. I mean, you ever seen
that's the trend these days.
Mug shots of the Sex Pistols or Iggy Pop, all that kind of shit.
It's just sex appeal, I guess, something like that.
I don't know. They were doing too sexy and they went to jail. So I don't know.
They were getting a little too sexy out there with
their pistols.
Shit.
But yeah,
man, no. Oh shit! I keep fidgeting with stuff, so
there's nothing wrong. Yeah, no, this is
you
guys
way
are
over here.
heavy. Yeah,
this is over here. So this is my anxiety ring that I just finally got in the mail, and I'm just loving it.
One of those spinny rings.
Yeah, it's got the chain on it where it just spins.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was what it was until I started doing this, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually."
We need to start carrying those. We need merch like that.
Yeah, and put
It's not a bad idea.
just put out rings, and you just have Claude Glass. I don't know what you would be able to do with your
Claude Glass. Just the font we have is kind of our thing.
Yeah, we have an artist. So
I've seen him. I think I met her that
they
night.
could come up with something.
Yeah, Bo.
Yeah, and then maybe you can have a little symbol here.
Yeah,
Bo.
I think it's Boo.
Boo.
With with your logo right there, which that reminded me of of course Lady Cadaver with the moon as the sea.
Yeah.
Because when I did Lady Cadaver with the sea, I did a moon because she's dark.
I like
And
that.
then later, because and then Lord Atheist uses it now too. So he's using the moon because like they're connected.
Lunar symbology.
Yeah, and then my daughter's of Luna. Her name's Luna.
That's cool.
So it's
That's a
cool that
cool
I've
name,
always used the
Luna.
moon stuff. I've always been attached to the
Yeah.
moon. And then the mother of my children was like, I want to name our daughter Luna. And I'm like, oh, I'm good. But what's the middle name? Now I'm kind of scared. What's
Yeah.
the middle name? What's the fucking middle name? And it's Renee. So
That-
it's like
Renee's
named
solid.
after
Renee.
her mom.
That's pretty nice.
But I wanted Rose.
Yeah.
Luna Rose.
Luna Rose.
Like
that
the
sounds
moon
good.
rose, but it's a moon flower.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So either way, you got both terminologies. You got the moon rose or the moon flower because she's my life. You know, like they're my life.
Right.
My son's named after Maynard and Trent. So Maynard, James Keenan, and Trent Reznor.
That's
so of
awesome.
course, like I had to do that. You know. But either way, off the subject of the
No,
moons
no,
and
no.
stuff. The moon thing with our similarities of the Lady Cadaver thing and Claude Glass is
Yeah.
pretty fucking crazy. To me.
Yeah, it's
It's legit crazy.
how it started was
I was
very
actually
kind of
just getting ready to ask
unusual,
you, like, what
yeah.
the inspiration behind
Yeah.
all of it.
Because I had, you know what? So I'm going to bring this up too. So
Yeah.
with the name Claude,
Uh-huh.
that was my big brother when I was little.
wait a minute, you had a big brother named Claude?
So I was in the Big Brother program because I didn't have a dad really. Like,
Yeah.
Like I was struggling with like the dad stuff, not him not being there.
Yeah.
But so they put me to that Big Brother program. My mom
Yeah.
did, and it was good that she did that because Claude took care of me.
That's awesome. What was his name? Claude?
Claude,
That's wild.
I can't remember his last name, but his name was Claude,
That was Claude Glass.
and he would say it would be fucking.
That would be
crazy,
insane.
right? So Claude was my dude, and he would take me to the movies. I seen like what was it, Hunchback of Notre Dame, the first one when it first came out. I got to see it in
Disney,
theaters.
early Disney movie.
Yes, and then we went to the Burger King when they had the stuffed animals and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck, that dude took care of me so much that he went and when we went to Toys R Us or like Toy Stories or stuff
Yeah.
together too, and he bought me like this big ass Wolverine
Oh,
that you could take his clothes off, which I know is weird
No,
for us
no.
boys, but you could change his outfit.
that's cool
From
shit. I
Wolverine
had G.I.
to-
Joes, and that was
Yeah,
same
'cause you're
thing.
you're a war enthusiast.
Yeah, I love clothes. I mean, like,
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's honestly a big influence on the band. I mean, if you look, we're wearing, black jumpsuits and jack boots and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we're trying to kind of look like, we're using even military surplus, like the medals and stuff that like Harley wears and the belts and the boots Harley has on, and then my belt, insignia and all that. I mean, it's all just surplus stuff, but it's like a lot of Harley stuff is all like Soviet, so it's all like Soviet Union and Yugoslavia, and his boots are Soviet, my boots are Soviet, but I wear a German belt from like the 20s and like a cross strap, trying to look like a kind of a stereotypical bad guy, I guess, what you think with that cross strap, the Sam Brown belt, that's like a huge thing with like authoritarian people. You see the Soviets would wear it, and then the Italians and the Germans and all that stuff, and the British. It's always associated with like the bad guys, that kind of belt. It's just each piece of our costuming it's all significant. It wasn't just like random. It was like one of those things where we wanted to kind of communicate a generalized version of like authoritarianism.
Sorry about that.
Like even the hat that Thomas wears on stage, it's a German Air Force hat from like the 60s, and it just had that kind of look. And but it was funny because I went to a drag show, oddly enough, and one of the drag queens had the same hat on, and I was like, Thomas, you're not going to believe this. Like, it's such a niche thing. And I was like, that's
Well,
crazy.
speaking of drag shows, me and Joe love to go to drag shows.
I'd only been to the one in Martinsville, and I was like,
I love the
I had to work
theatrics
that.
of it. And
Yes.
that's what you're into too, right?
That's
Yeah,
where- well,
theatrics.
that's where-
And they're
Yeah.
girls.
yeah, we got the influence.
They're technically girls if you're looking at them.
Yeah.
They're not there to
Technically
see
girls.
a guy with you're
Yeah.
not looking at it for the beards.
Well, Claudette, that was her kind of whole thing, is we're kind of, a drag band. I mean, like,
In a way.
our influence, a lot of it comes from David Bowie and that kind of stuff, like Ziggy Stardust, but not exclusively Ziggy Stardust, but Ziggy Stardust, Chapel Roan. Have you guys heard of Chapel Roan?
I don't think so.
Just this wonderful girl pop singer. But she's like just some chick isn't she from like Missouri or something?
Chaperone, I don't know.
Yeah, she's just some chick from Missouri that's really she's like real big on the glam rock thing, and that was a big inspiration. It was just like another thing. Like me and Thomas have been in bands for years, and me and Harley have been in bands together for years, and it just got one of those things where it was like, well, we can get up on stage in our blue jeans, which is great, or it's like, maybe we can do a little, a little theatrics.
Because that's what I do. I do the dinosaur face and like this face, but not this face here, but I do the hair.
I like
the hat, and then I have the fur that I use.
There needs to be more of this.
And then I do the face is somewhere around here. That dude's somewhere around this motherfucker.
Well, there needs to be. It's like
he's around here somewhere.
If you're going to see whether it's just rock and roll, or it's just metal, or it's just punk, you feel like you get more bang for your buck if they're really trying to put on a show.
They're pushing out like a actual character based shit. It's got more eyes on it.
Like I would want to see that. I would want to see that more than just a metal band.
Even with the reaction that when Ernest T. Bass gets on with his mask, so the dude was standing beside me on one show. Going, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What's going on? What the fuck is he like?
Heretics
it's
Fork.
part of the show, man. This is good shit. Like, whatever. And so you might get those like what the fuck moments and like who the fuck is this? It's like who gives a fuck? Let's do it.
Well, Heretics Fork Drive is one of those bands that's doing the theatrical thing, and that's kind of what we're kind of pushing. We're not just pushing for ourselves. I mean, it can't. There's been 40 years of people just getting up there and doing it. I mean, the grunge movement, it's all this deductive stuff, and it's like, you guys ever watch Kabuki? Like,
I think I've seen it.
Like Japanese Kabuki theater.
Oh yeah,
they have these.
It's not like a movie. It's like a
style. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I have
Japanese opera, and they get up there and they, these huge. If you're out in the audience, it's not just like you're a European play or something where you're just kind of watching there. Like they're really putting on a show. Yeah.
I think some of them are. I could be wrong, but aren't some of them kind of historical reenactments?
Oh,
in some ways?
it's Japanese history.
There's a lot of like sword fighting type.
So that's right up your alley.
Yeah, we love Kabuki.
Or like Circus Soleil. Or
Circus Soleil.
Or Circus
really
Freak Soleil, or whatever it's called. The circus,
it's
freak
kind of like
circus
a circus
thing, whatever.
It's like a circus.
Did you pack them up? We're not that high on the show right now.
It's not working.
Well, there's a bowl right here.
You guys gotta be high AF.
Dinosaur eye. Yeah, we're a little high, but we're not as high as we usually are.
we gotta intensify it. I want to talk about esoteric stuff.
Esoteric shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know much about that, so we can talk about
exactly. I want to schizo rant about Claude Glass in autistic detail.
I want you to schizo. That's what this whole point about my just now question was. But but you told us a little bit about it with the Kabuki theater, which is in the history of your outfits, which is great. I love
the black and that whole thing. Well, an odd inspiration. You guys remember the invasion of Iraq?
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is kind of weird, but they ran into this unit when they were invading Iraq called the Fedayeen Saddam.
Mm.
And these guys, this is like 100% real. It's the weirdest thing. And I remember seeing them like capture guys on television in like 2003. They were in black jumpsuits.
I shared it and was able to come back.
Heck yeah, they're in black jumpsuits, wearing these giant helmets. They look just like they're literally copies of the Darth Vader helmets. And it was like
wait a minute.
Saddam's.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about Galactic, whatever they're called.
No. I'm talking about the Fedayeen Saddam.
Wars fucking band.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know that.
They're dope. You need to check this
A
out.
Star Wars band.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure that. Yeah.
Galactia something. I can't remember what the fuck
That's
they're called.
believable.
Like,
yeah.
and you also have Gwar.
Gwar, yeah.
Gwar is what inspired like dinosaurs with knobs in a way, Because if you think about it, I want to do the whole character thing with a character, and I'm trying to do Woods of Terror this year too.
Yeah, with Matt and
I'm trying to get with that. I'm trying to do that
Woods of Terror is really
because Matt wants me to come out there, and so does Malik Demon.
I haven't met him.
He looks like the Fiend from WWE.
I like that.
So he has the Fiend mask on, and he has the red hair and shit. So he's really dope. And when I saw him at the store recently, he was wearing the hoodie and shit. I was like, "Oh shit, it's you!" And he's like, looking at me all crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm Matt Jackson. Remember Matt Jackson?" Like,
And he's like, oh, shit.
I didn't go into detail, like, I used to date your girlfriend and shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. Damn.
I used to date your girlfriend, that type of shit.
Oh, fuck, man. I don't
Think
know.
they're still together, so I didn't want to say that.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
That's how I want you to remember me. It's like, yo, you're the dude after me, bro.
See.
So you're good on that one because I don't want her no more. She was crazy.
Fuck,
Fuck,
man.
bro. God, she was crazy.
Man, I don't
God,
know.
she was crazy, dude.
I'm sorry to hear
I
that.
fucking, no, I do too much for her. Still was fucking not happy. Fuck.
Oh,
He came home to a clean house, dinner's being cooked, all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
Everything that she was about to need to go, come on, dude. I did edit, I was all done. So, you remember that shit. That shit was fucking insane. Either way, sometimes you just have that in life where you have someone that's just gonna fucking just sit there and just use you.
Done that.
But you guys just gotta be careful, So the positive thought out of that is just be careful, Like,
I feel like I'm getting advice here.
be careful, okay? Because you never know, okay?
My closest thing to a romantic relationship is my guitar. I'm obsessed with the instrument. That Telecaster,
Yeah.
it sleeps in my fucking bed with me. I wake up, I play. I always show up to fucking work 5 minutes late because I'm playing guitar. And my fucking boss puts up with me, and I'm like, I was just playing guitar. When girls talking to me at this point, I'm like, wow, that sounds cool. That's really cool. I gotta get. It's almost like a fucking addiction.
You're addicted to your guitar.
You're like, that's crazy.
It's
Oh,
like a
wow.
drug.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the fucking instrument.
When you get to a point that you can, like when I was a kid and I first started drumming, I remember there was so much music I wanted to play, and I wasn't at the skill level to play it. And then after years of playing, you finally get to that skill level. It is like a drug.
Yeah,
it's definitely a drug. Because like when
the dopamine boost.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because when I do my singing or whatever, like earlier, like I'm like, okay, I'm fucking done. I gotta talk more later. I have to use my voice, take care of my voice stuff.
Yeah.
And now I smoke weed, and it harsh.
So you guys had band practice before?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And so I did all that. The Lady Cadaver appeared out of nowhere. She basically took over the whole fucking set today. She took it over. She's like pretty pissed off right now. And it's just it's actually I'm mad at things that happen, and so she's taking it out. Well, she's letting it out the way I needed it let out. Because I can't just say things anymore. Like I have to do it through my music.
You have to artistically.
I have to do it through my music now. Like there's no way around it. Like if I talk about it, people take me wrong, and like it's always something, So I'm just gonna start pushing it through the music.
That's the best thing.
Because that's all I can do. Because what she said today is what I mean. That's what she's done. She's done with me fucking myself over. It's just that side of me. So metaphorically, I'm speaking of that side of me that's done with me screwing myself over.
Yeah, and kind of
she's ready to like rip and shred through this and keep me on that track. Yeah. I know it sounds crazy to y'all. That
I mean, I'm just
not to y'all, but like to the viewers or anybody else that's watching or listening to us. Like sometimes you just gotta I have multi-personality.
I didn't know that.
It is a very therapeutic way he's learned to deal with his
in an artistic way.
So I take whoever it is and I put it in a character format, and then I pushed that into a character.
Yeah, exactly.
Like through a game or something. So I started it with WWE, so that kind of helped me out. But I still have those personality deficiencies where I'm different every day, and people don't understand. They're like, well, you were like this the other day. I was like, I was the same every day. Yeah. So I'm not I see it and I understand it and I can feel it, but it's but I don't feel like I'm coming off any different. Yeah, you're just you. But I'm just being me, which is me being me through whatever day or whatever I'm doing or whatever, however I am that day is still me. I can't sit here and be that hard on myself saying, oh yeah, you were whatever, but whatever. If I was being a dick, then I was being a dick. If I was, because I say this, I was accidentally being a dick because I'm not trying to be a dick. Yeah. Because sometimes you get pushed to sounding a certain way that you're not trying to sound. Yeah. Because you've been hounded too much or something's going on that's making you go, okay, let's stop this right now. Yeah, and if it doesn't stop, then you're just Yeah. And then you react. Yeah. Because you can't, you're just already said, so it could be anything. And it could be anything. It could be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
it's different for everybody. Yeah. Everybody has
so triggers. It's sometimes it's hard, even with music. Yeah. You're frustrated with music, and you're just like, oh my god. So that's kind of where I'm segueing. I used real life to segue into.
I was getting frustrated because I was messing up this one part, and I was asking him, I was like, how does it go? How the fuck does it go? And then I was like, just so you know, I'm not frustrated at you. I just really want to get this right.
Remember this one? Remember saying, "What are you speaking fucking Vietnamese?" That was the best. We were practicing one time, and then Thomas, I was like tired as shit.
Yeah, we were all tired.
And I was playing something. I kept fucking up.
We all kept like losing where we were in the song.
And I was explaining it to Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas,
I
you're
just-
speaking fucking Vietnamese,
I felt
man.
like an idiot. Like he would say something, and I was just like, "What?" It was so
Yeah.
incomprehensible. I finally just looked at him. I was like, "Are you speaking fucking Vietnamese?"
Like the
right
Charlie
now?"
Brown cartoons with the parents'
Yeah.
house above his head.
Yeah, that was literally what I felt. He would talk, and it was just wah, 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 wah. And I was just, I felt like I was in a fever dream almost. It was so
Damn.
weird. It was super funny though. And as soon as I said that, we both, us and Claudette, we all bust out
Claudette's just in her beanbag chair, just, like,
yeah, over there.
watching us,
Yeah, silently with the microphone.
judging.
You know,
Yeah, I don't-
just like, duh.
I don't know how she puts up with us.
Yeah, no, not at all.
And Harley and me and you.
We're so unprofessional.
Yeah, it's bad.
Professionally unprofessional.
Well, we kind of. I mean,
That's us.
Yeah.
Professionally unprofessional.
Claudette does run the band like it's the Navy. Like we
Yeah.
do get shit done.
In the
Definitely
Navy.
In the Navy.
lead, yeah.
Oh, let's not sing the rest of them lyrics. We'll get a copyright on YouTube.
Yeah, from the United States.
Twice over.
The United
Twice
States
over,
military
guys.
copyright.
Twice over.
What
It
happened the
happens.
first
If
time?
we get copyrighted, we'll get twice. We get copyrighted YouTube and we'll get
Ah.
copyrighted YouTube.
Oh, hell no.
We,
Hell
so let's start singing YMCA.
Yeah. Why? Oh, wait a minute. That's a controversial song right now.
Music.
No, we gotta start
Royalty-free
playing like
music.
actual copyrighted music, like right now on your phone.
Yeah. Play YMCA.
Play Falling in Reverse. Alexa,
Yeah.
Alexa, play.
Alexa, do
What's
not.
that one song by Cardi B?
No, I would be screaming
Yeah,
at
play-
Alexa.
WAP.
I
Well,
would be screaming like, "No, Alexa!"
By Gilbert Gottfried. That's the version of WAP.
Guilford Godfrey, rest in peace. That man was a genius. Oh my God, was he a genius?
was
Probably one of the best voice actors I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Can you imagine having a voice that's so awesome you just like make your whole career based off of that one character? trait
Morgan
that you have?
Yeah.
Freeman.
Morgan
You can
Freeman.
literally make enough money from one character that was a bird from
The
Aladdin
parrot,
that
yeah.
you could fucking live for the rest of your life.
I mean, that's kind of what happened to him, right?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I want to write a song like that.
That's why everybody wants to be an artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like using cartoony type voices, so I started with voice acting voices, like doing Stitch's voice. Stitch is Stitch. I love
I can't-
Meatwad. What the fuck
You
you
can do a
doing,
good
bitch?
shit.
And
I can't do it.
some Stitches are like better, but see, I do Meatwad, so then
That's good.
Meatwad just changes a little bit of whatever it is, and it goes up a little bit higher. Or like I did it with Goofy, the Pee Wee Herman voice, all these voices that I would do. And then so through doing that, I was able to create like the death metal voice.
Interesting.
Or, like that,
By learning to use like, different muscles.
all of that because you sit there and gargle.
Yeah.
The
I did a lot of
squeals.
watching on death metal, black metal, and all the ways
I
they
just
do it. They
realized
just
that
gargle
one day
bro.
that I could go.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. So that's gonna have to be used in some of our songs, like 'cause you sound like a goddamn dinosaur. So you're like perfect for the band. And then I'm gonna get Mason to do some recording of his track or his vocals. You know he does. Mason, Katie's Mason. That dude, have you heard his pigs?
I've not heard his pig squeals.
Well,
That's what I was gonna say.
they're
Sounds like
pterodactylish. They're fucking dinosauric.
Dinosauric. Is
So-
that a word? Dinosaur.
Yeah, dinosauric over here it is because I have a song called Dinosaur Correction.
Dinosauric erection. Sounds like a Gigi
I want
Allen
someone-
cover band.
No, we do not talk about him. Oh my God, no, naughty, we do not talk about him.
Jesus
Fuck
Christ,
him.
Kevin
Fuck
Allen.
him. Fuck him.
Man.
Fuck
GG.
him. We can't talk about him.
Uh,
Fuck him. We can't talk about
Quiet.
him.
Could you
you
bring
Scott, what?
it? Could you bring it?
It's Jesus Christ, Kevin Allen.
Okay.
It's absolutely deranged.
I hate him. He's like I'll say it. He's like Trump. He's like
the
Hitler.
devil.
He's the devil. He's everything that we hate. Come on down.
Isn't that what we're supposed to be in rock and roll to some people? I mean,
the devil.
well, yeah. A little
Oh
bit.
no, you can be a certain version of the devil over here.
According to
There
some,
is a version of the devil that was the light bringer.
yeah, our Harley
So
talks about that.
Lucifer's
a lot.
not bad.
According to some people in Martinsville, not going to say who, but we were putting up some posters one time and got accused of what was occult imagery.
Who said that?
It was, I'm not going to say on a fucking podcast, but the people, the church people that were taking down our posters.
I don't remember that.
That was
that
the
you
whole
and
thing I
Harley?
was bitching about.
Was that you and Harley?
No.
When was that?
I don't know. You remember for the first show, the show Casey's,
Oh.
and we're
Oh,
like,
so
yeah,
that was the one we were at.
Yeah.
I think I remember. you
yeah,
telling
and
me
we had
about
a.
posters.
I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
I wasn't there, but I remember you telling me about
Yeah, it was
posters
just
get taken
so
down.
stupid.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, it's a cult, and we have the best fucking
I do
graphic
remember you
artists in the
telling me about
world,
that,
and
but yeah, I wasn't there.
it didn't look. They were just like, oh, they're in a cult band. I keep hearing that, my fucking family and shit, and I'm just like, no, we're not. We're not like in a cult. What does that even mean? Is that like a genre of music, or are they just making up
Well,
shit to
if you look
complain
up the
about?
definition of cult, I mean, all religion technically falls under the
Cult,
textbook
right.
definition of a cult.
If you come together for
Right.
one reason, you're in a cult.
No, I'm saying the occult.
The
occult.
Yeah,
The
the
cult is
occult.
like
Yeah,
that
we
cult.
are-
Aleister Crowley or
Aleister
something.
Crowley.
You
I
know?
wouldn't say we're.
Actually, I would
that.
just take that and run with it.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what they want to fucking believe, sure.
You should do it. Just do it, cause I mean, fuck it. Controversy
Our
creates
characters
cash.
are.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Bischoff. We gotta
Probably.
bring wrestling into this at some point. You know, like Eric
If-
Bischoff once said, "Controversy creates cash,"
Interesting.
and it does in WWE. It does in
In
wrestling.
wrestling,
God damn!
he was an evil genius.
Think about all the money Marilyn Manson's made, or Jeffrey fucking
Has
Star.
he wrestled Marilyn Manson?
No, but
I thought, okay, you
no,
went from
but
wrestling
he
to
did
him,
for
I thought he
Celebrity
wrestled.
Deathmatch. If y'all know
I know
that
exactly
show,
what
Interesting.
that's a real show. Yeah, he turned into Clay somehow, and he wrestled as Clay.
That's wild.
I don't know how these humans are turning into Clay, dude.
What? Explain.
I
Explain.
explain.
It was an old claymation show on MTV that they
Yeah.
called Celebrity Deathmatch. That they had celebrities that they made out of claymation. and
You were
they
scaring me
fought
for a second. I'm like, is he okay? He's talking about me. I don't know how these people.
Funny, I played the kids.
Yeah, I was like, what do I do? Does he do this?
It's the highest
I had to.
podcast.
I had to take a shot, take a hit, take a swig.
Why do these people keep turning into
Did
clay?
he just have a seizure and think
Yeah.
people turn
What do
into
you
clay?
mean? What are you talking What do you mean by
I gotta
that?
go back into the future. Hold on.
Yeah.
Future? That's going forwards. I said back.
You got to rewind the tape.
I'm going back to the past right now. I'm going back to the time of the dinosaurs real quick. Y'all hold on.
Let me rewind real quick. Just stick your finger in an electrical
No.
socket.
I just wanted to trip y'all out for a bit.
But,
This dude lost his fucking mind probably.
This happens every
No.
week.
It's for the laughter of the moment.
Good. Not people are actually turning into clay.
No, that's actually still happening.
That's actually still happening.
Yeah, dude.
In
You
the
didn't hear about
Congo.
it? It is in the Congo.
It's in the
How the
Congo.
fuck?
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. There are a lot of clay
Oh
people.
man, I love this show a lot.
The
You
clay
never know
people.
what
Clay people.
what's
The
gonna
clay
happen.
people.
Clay Congolians.
Yeah.
Every episode's different. Like every guest that we get on, there's something different. It makes it just
Yeah.
that much special for each guest.
Brought on a rock and roll band, and we're talking about the geopolitics of the Congo. You know. Nah,
The clay people.
have you ever, if you go over there, you know how there's not that many albinos in the Congo? Do you know about this? Like in every other African country.
Because they're turning to clay.
No.
They
They
Smart.
there's a Congolese legend that albinos have gold in their hand.
What?
Yeah, so you
You don't see many albino people in
because
the
they're like,
Congo.
oh, they have gold.
They have gold in their head, so they're trying to get gold out
So
of
they
their
like
head.
They're trying to do a transaction.
Yeah.
They're trying to withdraw.
They kind of withdraw.
Yeah.
Withdraw now.
Withdraw this gold from your head.
Yeah.
Can you just stand still for a second?
It's just yeah.
Why is nobody in the live right now? Y'all are missing out on
They've
everything.
turned into clay.
God, they've turned into clay. It's a jar of clay. No, what's that album? Is it Jars of Clay or is it Alice in Chains?
Puddle of Mud.
Alice in Chains, Jars of Clay.
I
Clay
think
Puddle.
Jars of Clay
Dirt.
was a band.
I think you're a band.
If there's, that's true. You guys are a band.
You guys are, in fact, in a
We
band.
are a band.
What do you got? Who plays what?
We're
I
an
play
improv.
drums.
Yeah, he plays
Oh,
drums.
you play drums.
Yeah.
So we're an improv band.
Interesting.
All the
His
lyrics, everything
stepdad
we
plays
do
guitar.
is improv.
And then Matt
Well,
sings.
they know what they're
vocals.
doing. I don't know what I'm singing.
But you're still, yeah, it kind
But
of
it
right.
still sounds like we've been doing it.
I listen to him play music on a guitar, and I start beating out something on the drums.
And
then
it's amazing.
and we
Yeah.
record it, and
Yeah.
then it
The recordings
sound,
don't sound
they
that
usually
great,
sound okay.
but the recordings are not.
They're not that great now anymore. They used to
improvisation.
I guess this is where I'm setting the camera. I mean, the
But, like,
recording.
Yeah, the phones record terrible.
Yeah.
And then they get compressed.
We listen to it, and it's like, this has no business sounding as good as it does. And I-
Even as shitty as it's being recorded.
Yeah.
So even through the shitty of the recordings, it's always good. Even Lord Atheist's music is pretty on point sometimes when I
We don't
record
have
the way I
any-
do it.
where I'm trying to get us to get. I was pushing hard for us to get songs that we could actually nail out and record.
But
Yeah.
we're gonna do that. That's
Yeah.
definitely happening because our albums and our actual stuff that we're doing, like that stuff, will be done right.
Yeah.
So whatever guitar riffs it is for the lyrics or whatever will be those for the albums.
Yeah.
But my idea for like live shows is taking those same riffs and me putting other lyrics on it
Just kind of
every
improvising.
time.
That's
So that means you have to record my show every time. And the whole thing in the entirety, because you never know what lyrics are what I'm gonna sing on that particular
That's how they
guitar
used to do
song.
it back in the day.
Yeah, the
So-
All blues
Stooges.
singers,
So if the
original
song
blues
is
singers
like
for
called like
Elvis, they would change
Hellfire
lyrics all the time.
on the album, it's called
Oh, yeah.
Hellfire, but that drums and guitar of Hellfire
Yeah.
will be a total different lyrics.
Interesting.
And it won't even matter what the song title is because it's just going to be done like that.
The Stooges used to do something similar to that when they started. They were like a lot of the Stooges built their own instruments at first.
Oh, really?
And they would use like vacuum cleaners, and they would put a contact mic in a washboard. They did all kinds of weird stuff. They had drums and stuff, but Iggy would always improvise the lyrics in the first couple years of the band, and that's how they started.
See, I mean, I'm on to something. I didn't even
Yeah.
know that shit.
Yeah, the psychedelic Stooges.
I just want it to be improv on concerts.
yeah.
Shows and stuff, always improv. Because our improv shit is fucking killer.
We have improvisational sections.
I
in our
heard
songs,
y'all
yeah.
over say something one night at y'all's first show. I said, "Ooh, they do improvisation, whatever."
Yeah, a lot of it is that.
I looked over at him. I said, "Did you just hear that?" And he's like, "What?" I was like, "He just said the word improv."
Yeah, we have sections that we dedicate to, like, we'll have a riff, we'll have a what do you call, like a structure we
Yeah.
stick to, and we'll write something, record that, but
Yeah.
then each time we play it, we're always thinking of something new and adding it in. So by the time we get, like, I'm so excited to record.
Yeah,
for that
we got to
reason.
record a bunch of new
But-
songs.
It's when we play live, it's always coming out a little differently. So I mean, like I said, the bones are still there.
Yeah.
It's like we give ourselves a window, because with Claudette, we can't just freestyle the whole song.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like a hardcore writer. She writes,
Yeah.
and
Her writing process is kind of incredible.
it's fast, but it's also not rushed. If that makes sense.
yeah, it's very
She's
like
so fast, but she actually writes like good lyrics that mean something.
our song structure. It's basically like we have a concise song with Claudette and her lyrics and everything, and then it's like, okay, well, there's a break. Like we have a song she wrote called "Exploding Cherries," and it has it's kind of like your typical kind of punk song almost until it gets to this bridge. And the bridge, it's a 3-part bridge, and
With a
there,
key change.
with 2 key changes in it. And then she's still singing on that part, but when it gets to the final end of that, it's a massive space for like guitar and drum improvisation. And
Mhm.
Harley wrote this bass line, and it's very general. And each time he does it, he typically does something different.
He's
But
adding chords here, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we kind of find our way back, and that's the thing that kind of makes it special for us, is because it's like we'll be in an entirely new space, but we know we have to come back and land at this certain point to get back so Claudette can sing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the verse is coming
And
up.
I feel like y'all do that for me too. I feel like I know where to go, like on each part, where like my scream needs to be longer, or do I need to growl here, or do this here. Most time it's just I let my face do it. Whatever the fuck happens. But here lately, the last one we did, the last band practice we had, and today I was on some shit. Because I have a song called Mr. Piece of Shit and Harlequin. It's Harlequin, but Harlequin.
Yeah.
So I just put the two words together and made Harlequin. And it's about somebody I love. So then I have that song, and then there's other songs that was in there that just in that moment in time that I had to get those out.
Yeah.
And today I have one. I had a couple too that might have something to do with my real life, but I had to get that out there.
Yeah.
You know? And like today's was a good one too. And then I'll let y'all do a whole song. I was like, y'all did like a lot when I was eating. And then I was like, fuck, they're fucking already doing something. They know that we're improv. And I got to catch this shit when y'all are doing it, because those other ones y'all did were fucking sick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, no, let's do the art of letting go.
The song while you were upstairs was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was, right? But I have to do this art of letting go.
Yeah.
This Japanese, Chinese thing.
You were eating.
Oh, yeah, I was eating.
Taoist,
yeah, it's the art of letting go. I try to do that a little bit too in my life, because like if you let go, then if it comes back, it comes back. You know what I'm saying? So if I let go of like that song that y'all played earlier, it may come back and I'll actually be able to record it the way I would want to. Maybe that moment, maybe I wouldn't have had that right energy behind it.
It's really hard to catch the moment.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's all, everything just happens for a reason. You know, when y'all record, y'all didn't get to record those. That's what's sad about it. But those two or whatever y'all did there was like y'all's time to bond, because y'all need to bond more and get y'all's music down pat. Because I already know what I'm gonna do. I've been on that. So yeah, I've been doing it since 2012. Like I've still doing my shit and staying and doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I've constantly been doing it since 2012. So I'm obviously gonna know where to be in the project that I'm created.
Yeah.
But they created it.
Yeah.
You know, because without them, I don't have no room to be creative.
The collaborative.
Or I'm just going to be doing Lord Atheist's music for the rest of my life.
That's how we come up with songs. Originally, it was just me and Claudette with an acoustic guitar or piano.
Yeah.
That's how we were writing things at first. And the first song, which is the only single we have out at the moment, is Son of Saturn, and that was methodic. We sat down with the piano.
Saturn. I know a little bit about that Saturn thing.
Yeah.
What she means behind it.
Yeah.
I would have to tap back into it to refresh my memory on it. I've dove into that a little bit.
Yeah. It's interesting. But a lot of it we've kind of started writing where even Thomas and Harley are coming in with like Thomas has learned how to, this is what's insane. I met you when you were what, 12?
Somewhere around 11, 12.
He was like a blindingly good drummer as a child. Like my mom.
I'd have to say that about you too.
Yeah.
Like
way.
You were so good.
Yeah.
You are, dude. You started July 9th or July 12th or whatever it was last year. And from that point to now, just by playing with Chris, you became better drummer.
I'm nothing compared to other drummers, Matt. So we're talking about somebody who's been playing like a prodigy since he's 12.
I'm not taking away from him. I'm just saying, like, you've made
You're
a lot.
good shit too.
I'm trying to tell you that you've made a lot of progress. A lot of people haven't even gotten that far in that year.
They don't even try to play.
Exactly. Yeah, most people don't even pick up an instrument.
They sit there and they think that
That's
drums are easy because you hit them and yada yada. Then you put them behind a drum set and they go.
Yeah. Yeah, I get behind there and I'm just like, where do I go first? Yeah. I get some little beats out.
I love that face that people. Well, not when it's someone that like wants to. When it's someone that like really wants to learn, I'm like, oh, just relax. Just look at these three things right here. But no, when it's someone that's like talking smack, I'm like, why don't you go sit behind here and feel what this feels like, and then you can tell me how easy my job is.
Yeah.
And how I'm bad at it, because I mean I can kind of sing and drum now, but.
And play bass now.
Yeah, I can play bass
and
now.
Guitar.
I can strum a guitar, but I can't play a guitar. I wouldn't say as well as I can play a bass because that makes it sound like I can play bass well. But
Yeah, I mean, you're writing stuff.
yeah,
so-
I mean, I can make a melody. I can write a song. If I have an idea, top of my head for a melody, I can't. It's not just like, oh, hey, I can, play something
Yeah.
that sounds like da 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 da.
That's what I tried to do with Chris. It didn't work.
We
That's
have
why I had
this,
to learn because I have so many ideas, and I was like, okay, I can't expect them to just know. I
Yeah.
need to get better at playing other instruments so that I can.
Like in Absolution, you wrote that bridge part. Harmless.
Yeah.
So we have a new song written about an experience we had in our nation's capital. Yeah,
Ill
exactly.
fated.
Yeah, that was interesting. And the song's called Absolution, but it was the first song where I basically, maybe 10% of the composition I could claim, but Harley wrote the verse, which is the bulk of the song. It's the structure of the song is really weird
very
too.
verse heavy.
It's
A lot of verse.
yeah, it's A form.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Thomas wrote the bridge section, and I'm just the one playing the guitar.
I just came up with this thing, with this bass line, and we looked it up, and we realized it sounded like Children of the Grave.
Children of the
by
Grave,
Black Sabbath.
but
and
it's
we were
different
like, okay,
key.
let's not make a full song out of it, but we could still use it for like a bridge.
Yeah.
And we wrote it so differently the way we play it. The bass line is like, I
It's
don't know
very similar.
how I did not know. I swear I did not know Children of the Grave before I wrote the bass line, and then I was just sitting down, and it's just like da 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 da.
Oh yeah, I know that song. Yeah, I know
Well,
that song.
yeah,
There's
Children
only
of the
12 notes in
Oh, what's up,
Western
everybody?
music.
Thank you for
Yeah,
tuning in
so-
right now. I just don't know who y'all are.
So we
Talk down
decided
low.
to use it for that bridge. Instead
Sorry,
of the
I've
whole
been
song.
not paying attention. Oh, what's up, Secret?
We got some people.
What's
Yeah,
up,
viewer.
Secret? What is y'all up to? We've been on here for like 58 minutes. Where y'all been? I'm just
Damn.
playing. We're over here.
58 minutes went by
Yeah,
quick.
This
like
is
half an
Claude
hour.
Glass. This is Angus Hobson
Hello.
and
Thomas Dillon.
Thomas Dillon right here. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember
You
your
good?
last
You
name.
good?
You're good. You're
But
good.
yeah, this is what we're doing tonight. This is the behind the scenes because we're recording the podcast right
Yeah.
now. I just looked up and was like, oh shit, there's 3 people watching. Shit.
Does anybody have a
And
cigarette?
Secret's like, yo, Ja, what's up? Laughing out loud. What's up, Secret? That's my boy. I'm gonna have to follow you on here.
No cigarettes.
I'll have to subscribe to you.
He's got those ciggies, right? How do you say it,
I can-
Thomas?
Siggy's my.
I can get you a cigarette, guy.
That would be phenomenal.
I can get you a cigarette.
Thank you.
I can get you a cigarette. I'm gonna be right back. Check it out. There's Jedi Joe Cool. Okay,
What's up?
Jedi
y'all check it
Joe.
out.
All right, Joe. All right, Joe. You got
I
this.
was at work, fucker.
He does this to me.
Look, I'll be live on Favorite at some point. Okay, Secret, but like at some point. Yeah. But anyway, I love you guys. This is behind the scenes. Now y'all stick with us. Stick with us. Just
yeah.
okay. No, y'all just talk and stuff. And do
Yeah,
some
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Y'all leave him alone.
No,
Y'all keep
Joe.
us
You've been
talking.
sitting there the whole
Keep camaraderie.
time, man.
Y'all keep the show going. Don't do anything, okay, that you don't want to do, okay? Okay? All right?
Joe can do it.
Now,
Joe
what,
can do
what
it.
am I doing? I'm going to get you a cigarette. I'm gonna get you a cigarette. Joe, do you need anything? You need drinks?
I'm good.
No.
That was such a fat guy move for me to be like, I need a cigarette. But yeah, that's cool. So you guys, how did the band come about for you guys?
Well, we just kind of started like playing one day, like me and Chris, because he was playing the guitar and I sat down behind the drum set and just started playing because they have a kit here. So,
Yeah.
Like, I got the chance to sit down and start playing with him, and then Matt, for his birthday last year, he wanted to perform and he wanted us to perform some. So he wanted his band, his old band, but they wouldn't be able to, he lost contact with the drummer from then.
Yeah.
So then he was like, I'm looking for a band, for a drummer to play music, whatever. And I was like, I mean, I can play, like, whatever. And so we started playing, and everybody really enjoyed it that night at his birthday. So we just kind of started playing, and we decided to make it a regular weekly thing. It was probably about half a year ago now.
Or started the same time we
Yeah.
started. We started in what? October? of
I
last
think
year.
it was about. Yeah, I think it was like late October.
Yeah, and so
I think we started talking about it around like Halloween.
yeah. Well, no, we had already recorded
Had we?
at that point. Yeah, that's when we went in and
Holy
did
shit.
the.
Yeah, maybe it was early October then.
Yeah, and we recorded
Yeah.
our first single within a month of being a band.
Yeah, we went and dropped. That was a big, I think, bonding experience because it was like right off the bat. We
Yeah.
all invested pretty big chunk of change. I mean,
In
for us,
Fainting Goat Studios in
time.
Bedford, which
Yeah.
is it's ran by this guy named Willie.
Yeah.
He phenomenal studio guy. Like
he's an awesome dude.
he was really cool, and that was your first time.
That was my first time recording ever.
Yeah,
It was scary, but it was really cool. I mean,
me and Harley had earlier in the year in 2024 we were working for this guy, and we had cut a record there with a band, another band we work with, and it was just getting to work with Willie, and kind of it's a remote studio. It's in the middle of nowhere in Bedford, and I was just like, I kind of started to, I was already writing songs with Claudette. And I was like, oh, Claudette, I think I know where we're going to go. And then I didn't even know who was going to be in the band at that point. And then Thomas, getting to reconnect with Thomas was like, oh, this is serious.
meant to be.
Yeah, this is because
We've been years without playing with each
I
other.
hadn't even seen you in 5 years or something.
It was 4, going on 5.
I was
I've
in
been a
college.
relationship.
You were a leader in ROTC.
Yeah, I was in high school and I was doing a lot with ROTC, and I was thinking about going in the military.
Did you play in school band too?
I did in freshman year, but I didn't get along with my
Percussion?
I didn't get along with my instructor too much.
9th grade only, and you didn't. Okay.
Yeah,
I
Thank
played
you, man.
my first year. I played clarinet, but then I decided that I wanted to play drums. And so
Kool-Aid.
second year in 6th grade, I
Made the
started
Kool-Aid.
playing drums, and
What's
then
up,
I played
everybody?
from 6th grade until
Wherever
graduation.
y'all want.
Yeah.
And I had a kit for a while that I played, like practiced every once in a while, but didn't really play. And then I sold my kit, so I had lost
Everybody
it for
go.
like years.
If you want a
that I
Kool-Aid,
hadn't
we got
played.
Kool-Aid right here.
And then I started playing with them.
You're welcome, buddy.
And
Gotta
that's when
make
I
sure y'all
started
ain't
playing
thirsting
with
to
them.
death
Hell
out
yeah.
there. We're talking too much,
yeah.
And
I
why is it
played
draining so slow?
in
I
middle
didn't turn
school.
it.
I loved it in middle school because the director for middle school was
What's
great.
up, everybody here?
He
And I wasn't trying to be a dick or nothing earlier.
he could
I think it
tell
might have
like
sounded
I was
a
really
dick.
good at drums. I was really
No.
serious about it. But
When
at
I
the
was
same
like, where you
time,
been? I've been for no, I've been
You know,
an
I'm
hour
not-
long. That's not what I meant.
I'm not the type of person to apply myself.
Thanks
to
for the like, though.
school
Whoever
very
liked
hard,
that, I guess I'll know
especially when
that
I was
later.
that age.
Here's your cigarette, brother.
But
Thank you.
drums, I would
I
go
just
home
can't
from
smoke
school
right
and I
here.
would play till my
You
hands
smoke
bled.
like right
and
there in
my-
that little
I'll get
basement.
some.
I mean, I would go home and play by
But
the time
yeah,
I got
make
home
you a
from
burger.
school at about 4 or 5 o'clock until 10, 11 at night
Yeah.
most days. And I did that for years. And
On your kit.
yeah. And then I went to school and I would play.
My brother was
The
also
snare.
very naturally talented at the drum kit, so
Yeah.
it's interesting to pick the brain of somebody who has just that very
Yeah, I
natural
just sat
talent.
down one day and I played them. And obviously I've worked super hard. Like
Of course,
I
of
couldn't
course.
sit down and blast beat, with French grip like I can now. But I was able when I was 13 years old. I knew what French grip was. I knew what blast beating was, and that was when I started
Only
practicing.
57 minutes there.
And I would drill
How
myself
long
at
do you
home. I'd
typically go?
practice
Well, however long you
20,
want.
30 minutes a day
Yeah,
doing
'cause I got
something
an
that
hour.
was really hard,
I usually
and then
do.
I'd play
but
something I enjoy for an hour or two.
We're
So,
good until they say
work in
otherwise
those-
upstairs. So
Don't
They're
just sit
watching a
down
movie, they
and drill
can't hear
myself
us.
and make myself
can't hear
hate
us at
playing
all.
the drums.
it's a good night.
Right.
Do it in a
They're
way you
watching
enjoy
you.
it, but also
Long
in
lyrics.
between that.
That was
Run
my
those
problem
drills.
I
with
get to see
like
it tomorrow,
school
so.
band percussion was just so much
Drilling,
drilling,
yes.
and it
Which
just
is-
I didn't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah, and it's great. Like it's gonna make you good.
So that's why I got
You
rid of my
drill,
kit and I stopped playing.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
But it makes it a chore.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's not.
Yeah, but it's not a chore anymore.
and I was never like super good either, so I had to work extra hard, and none
He
of
doesn't
my
beat himself
kids
up
in
a
the
little
school
bit,
band
but
really wanted me to
he's
like
really fucking
play.
Yeah, none of the people. I didn't know
I mean,
anybody
with
until
that
I
little
met
bit of
him.
time,
I didn't even
but-
have people that played. There was nobody that played any instrument except in the school band. So-
Your dad played guitar, didn't he?
Well, yeah, like my dad would play, but he always worked at Eastman, so I barely fucking saw my dad when I was in middle school. But I mean, I saw him, but not a ton. And I played with Andy and them.
Yeah.
My dad played guitar, but we didn't really get into playing music together until recently.
Yeah,
When I got older.
I do really good together.
Yeah.
Dude, dads have like this. There's so many dads out there that can shred.
Yeah.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
me.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's some dads out there that can absolutely
Shred this thing. My vocals. So I guess that's something, right?
Yeah, well, there's more people that play instruments that can sing well, so
Well, my instrument is my vocals.
that's what I'm saying.
Because
Yeah.
everybody's like, that's not an instrument.
It
Now, what
is.
instrument do you play? I said, the microphone. What the fuck? That's not an instrument. I said,
It kind of
then
is.
you don't know anything about music.
It's an audio instrument.
I mean, I'd go, ay. What are you talking about? It's not like.
It's an
a
instrument.
I
fucking
mean, you're not like playing an instrument, but it's still
That
an
microphone is the
I
Yeah,
still
instrument.
would
it is an
say
instrument.
it is an instrument.
It
The way
is.
you
Well,
use
that's what makes playing music and singing at the same time so hard, is because
What?
you're
focused on
You-
one of them. You have to be
you
focused
could
on one or
argue
more.
if someone says that singing,
playing two instruments simultaneously.
if
at
someone
that point.
says singing
Like,
isn't playing an instrument, then wouldn't like blowing bottles or playing the harmonica not be playing an instrument?
Yeah.
'Cause you're
Yeah,
not-
by that logic.
Because you're
Yeah.
just using air
Yeah.
in your vocal.
Yeah.
You're
Fuck.
using the same exact thing to do that you would to
Yeah.
sing.
But talking about what you're talking about earlier, playing with Andy,
Yeah.
and everything. Me and Thomas were in a band together in what was it, middle school?
Oh yeah, the Delics.
Yeah, I was in a band called the Delics,
Yeah,
and
the OG.
the original. It went through like multiple lineup changes, but Thomas and Andy were like the main original. And then after that, I got together with my friend Scout and Matt and Preston Painter and Austin Gilbert, and then we recorded an album. But me and Thomas, we did that from 2014 to 2016.
Yeah, it was about 2 years.
Yeah, that
About
was
2 years.
that was way more of a punk thing.
Oh, it's super punk
Yeah.
garage rock. I guess kind of a, kind of kinksy.
Yeah,
Stooges-y,
yeah.
got a little
I
bit.
like kinks.
got pretty-
Yeah, Kings. We cover Strange Effect in Claude Glass.
Yeah, Claude Glass. Funny enough, Claude Glass is actually, we're all Kinks fans in that group as well. So
And the
Our
Beatles. Claudette loves the Beatles.
Yeah.
And
Beatles are
He
great.
does too.
I love the Beatles.
He's big.
The Beatles are all fantastic.
Yeah,
my
all their solo careers too. Like
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
They all made individually great music and collaboratively great.
I like Ziggy Star. Not Ziggy Star, as you said so many times.
Bowie.
Zig Star.
Ringo
Ringo
Starr.
Starr.
Ringo.
Star, yeah.
Whatever his
I
damn
love
name
Ringo.
is.
Ringo.
H.
Ringo.
Ringo.
Ringo Star.
Of course, as a drummer, I love Ringo, but there's some old videos of the Beatles live on YouTube, and I love any song where Ringo's singing. I don't know,
He does have
like,
a good voice.
of course,
My parents used to have a live album, like a vinyl record live
Yeah.
album of the Beatles,
yeah,
and I would listen to that, and they were hilarious together. Like,
They're so good.
they're great.
they're so great. And live, yeah, they were like, you could tell they were buddies. I
Yeah.
wanna say. Especially when, not that they weren't buddies when they were older, but I think they actually, like, maybe took it more seriously in a way.
Yeah.
And when they were younger, they, like, kind of didn't, I guess, realize quite how famous they were.
Right?
And then they got older, and I think they kind of had a different perspective,
They kind of invented that whole concept of being famous in a
world
band.
famous
Yeah.
rock star. Yeah, like
Yeah.
an idol.
Yeah.
It's like, sometimes you gotta take,
It's crazy. It's hard to
it
think
takes
about.
you a long time to actually realize, like, where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Too,
think it
because
took
you're
them
like,
a while.
oh, I ain't that good. People's like, oh, no, you're amazing. It's like, yeah, okay. And they just push it off. And then you got people that take it egotistically, and they're like, yeah, I know I'm the best. Or whatever,
Well,
but,
I mean,
yeah.
John Lennon once said the Beatles are better than Jesus. So
Yeah. Well, he said
Well,
more people.
they technically
knew.
were.
Yeah.
They technically were, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how
He
much
said-
Jesus recorded.
Yeah, he
I don't
said
know how
that
much
they
he was
were
selling
as
either.
popular as Jesus.
as popular as Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
As
yes.
popular as Jesus.
I remember when I was a kid, they
Like, also known as, or,
they,
as
brought,
seen on TV.
they brought that up in church when I was a kid, talking about the Beatles, and I'm like, that's not what John Lennon meant by that.
No.
Jeez.
If you watch the interview, you can tell he doesn't mean it that way.
Yeah, it's just.
And I don't even like John Lennon. He's a shitty.
Yeah.
He's a shitty dad. I'll be the first to say it, but
Yeah.
but he didn't mean that way.
Well, the whole thing of he could have just imagined that guy didn't have a gun. He'd still be alive.
Why can't John Lennon just imagine,
Yeah.
folks? drugs.
Yeah, come on.
Mhm.
The first time I heard that song, it just filled me with a deep sense of dread.
Why so?
Imagine there's no heaven, imagine no God above, and I'm like,
Little
dude, what
13-year-old
the hell, bro?
Imagine all the people
Yeah.
living for today.
And you see that video, and Yoko's in the video, and you're like, why are you even here?
Well, I know the.
Why do you even
At least-
exist,
At least you
Yoko?
don't have to hear her. At least you don't have to hear her.
That
You don't have to
archetype-
see her.
That archetype of Yoko is such a strong. She established an archetype.
She
And you
did.
don't talk about the Beatles. Like before the Beatles, it was like solo doo-wop and rock and roll and rockabilly singers get famous. Where it's like, oh, Eddie Cochran, oh Elvis, oh Chuck
Oh
Berry.
yeah, Elvis.
Yeah, and then the Beatles, you know what I'm talking about. And then the Beatles, like, oh no, they're a band and they got famous. Well, then Yoko comes in and it's like, oh, there's the destructive girlfriend, one of the girlfriends and the members that fucks everything up in the band.
Yep.
See that time and time and time again, and it's just like, I'm so happy in our band. Like fucking none of us give a shit about that. It's just like, just want to play rock and roll. Like
Yeah.
it's so much better than having a relationship is playing rock and roll. People are like, it's cool to have a woman that loves you, but have you ever played rock
You ever
and roll?
played-
Yeah.
Have you ever
Have
wrote
you
a
ever got that
song?
excitement off singing?
Have you ever had an amp turned up so loud that it was like knocking dust off the ceiling?
I was just laying in the floor hours ago, trying to get as close as the music as I could, like the loudest.
Yeah, just
So I can start
crank.
distorting my whole head into it.
so you can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they get me to, if I'm laying down, I'm feeling something, but otherwise I'm still feeling it.
Yeah.
You know,
I
but,
want to climb inside the woofer and just
yeah.
Become part of it.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's a spiritual element.
right.
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
you're
We
saying.
have. That's what I said. You are a dinosaur.
This physical, just
Why do you
I
think I
don't
didn't
know.
change the name of the band? The other drummer said that I can still use it and he wouldn't get affected by it if I got another drummer. We did it,
Yeah.
changed it, did anything I wanted to do to it. I've already changed the damn character that I play.
Yeah.
He's already died. He's a skeleton now. Like he's
He's a
walking
skeleton
Yeah.
now.
Like he has a skeleton like face where it's like grip, fuck, goddamn.
like the
Take
Grim
a
Reaper.
hit, take a shot. No, like the Crypt Keeper.
like the Crypt Keeper.
So he's got like that skeleton model, but yet he's still got flesh on there. But
Yeah,
you still
yeah.
see that he's.
You really got to keep him away from the Blood Keeper.
Blood Keeper.
The blood.
yeah, Crypt Keeper and Blood Keeper. I heard about that being a big thing in LA.
I don't know. Oh, never mind.
yeah, the Blood
We do not endorse those two
and
things.
the Crypt Keeper. Is that even still a thing?
No, I thought they were cool.
Oh man, I didn't know if there were still gangs.
I mean, it's a podcast. We can talk about whatever we want.
Oh, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, we were on the
I didn't even
podcast.
realize.
I didn't
yeah.
realize that that's what we were talking
With the
about.
Bloods and the
Oh my
Crips.
God.
Bloods and the Crips.
You guys are high as fuck.
I
I'm not-
just
just
now
got it.
realized
I'm
that
not
we were
us.
talking about the Bloods and
No,
Crips.
actually, to be honest, this is us normal.
just how you guys are.
So we're like permanently high.
Nothing
Forever.
wrong with that.
Perma high.
Perma
I
high.
wish I was permanently.
That's a
high.
good one.
That would be a great superpower.
Being
No,
permanently
we have to
high.
make
If you
where
could
it's
just-
at.
If you could just be baked
That's
all the
not a big-
time.
Your
that's a
superpower
lighter.
could just be being in control of your like bodily chemical, not fluids. I'm not talking about
Yeah,
fluids, but
Thomas.
chemicals. Oh yeah, for sure. Thank
The
you.
button
Like
on the bottom
dopamine.
changes
Yeah,
it.
You
Let's
just
talk
have
about
you could be like
You can
boom,
just boom,
dopamine
click
flood.
your finger whenever you want dopamine.
boom,
Yes.
serotonin, boom.
Have you heard
There's
of
another one that I can't think of.
auto brewery disorder?
I need to get a mushroom bait.
Oh, the one that makes
Oh,
you
God.
alcohol, makes
Yeah,
you
I wanna
make
try- I haven't
alcohol.
tried one of those.
Your body.
He was. He
Didn't
he
the guy
usually
die
brings it,
from auto alcohol disorder?
Drink, or if you like take LSD and it wears off, and then a day later you go to crack your back and you're tripping again.
Oh, yeah, I've
It
heard about
hangs
that
out in your
through my
joints.
friend,
yeah.
because I never touched that stuff.
What?
But like,
Yeah.
Because he
yeah, you can
drank.
crack your back
and
because
he
there's a
had that
pocket
auto
that holds
alcohol
all that
disorder.
stuff.
Like that little gas.
Your
pocket.
spinal cord.
Which
Yeah.
is why I've never done LSD. Fuck a reoccurring trip. dude.
Man,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Fuck drugs in general,
That's
dude. Like
crazy.
for real.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Fuck
Like 20
drugs.
years later, you
What?
crack your back and you get an LSD trip out of nowhere. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, let's have fuck drugs in general.
Yeah.
Fuck drugs in general. We
If
just
it's a
smoke
plant.
weed and drink.
If it's a
not
plant. If
No,
it's not a
because you
plant.
can get
Well,
away
then
with that. Because
heroin.
heroin is a plant.
No,
Yeah,
but
poppies.
they're distillates of a plant.
If
If
it
it's
ain't
not
mushrooms, weed,
Natural.
or a vape, I don't want it.
Because cocaine comes from the coca leaf, but it's
Okay,
a
there's
distillate.
plants out there. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, you're like, okay. We
Okay.
can
You can chew on the coca leaf though, and I would do that. See, I would do that. I wouldn't snort
it's a
cocaine,
leaf.
but
Is it
I would chew on a
psychoactive?
coca leaf.
Hey, you know where there's a
Psychoactive?
great place to chew on the coca leaf? I've heard about this. It's a great
Oh,
place to
Lord.
chew on the coca
Go.
leaf. It's
Ready.
February 28th
Oh, God.
at Hollywood Cinema
Great
in
place to chew on.
Martinsville,
I
Virginia.
would argue it's the place.
And the best place is Theater One, where you can buy a ticket and see us performing, and you can chew your
While
coca
chewing
leaf.
your coca leaf.
Yeah, that's where you get your coca leaves, right there.
Yeah,
Go see them. Well, we don't know where half y'all live, but, like, y'all could be somewhere close to us. We don't know.
Martinsville, Virginia.
Martinsville, Virginia. Go check it out right now. Not right now, because you're not there yet.
We're not there yet, but we will be. And yeah, if you want to, see,
I mean, these behind the scenes of the podcast come out March 2nd. So.
March 2nd. Okay, well, hell,
So
by
people
then
get to
we'll
see
have
it
played
now,
the show.
and then it
Yeah,
gets to go. Yeah.
So we've played now.
yeah,
So
we've
they've
played
already
the
played
show.
the show, and we're time
warp.
Yeah, we're time
warping or
jumping. Yeah.
something. We're doing something here.
Well, we definitely.
I think we went to Back to the Future, we went to the past, and we went to the future.
Would you guys
We've been
ever
to
do a
dinosaurs,
show
we've been to-
at do one of these at a show?
I would
We would play anything.
totally be
But-
a high as fuck podcast. I mean, that's what we
Yeah.
do. You know, we show up.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
do-
You guys, every time I go and do a show that I'm like, it's original stuff. You
Yeah,
guys are
yeah.
out. That hat, and I'm like, oh, there's Matt. you always look like you're getting ready to see a ska band. You know, you got the music on. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's my life inspiration, man. Punk rock and
Man.
ska.
God.
Yeah, he's such a stoner when he talks, dude.
Yeah.
Man. You see them promos for the fucking video we were in? The music video we were in?
No.
The promos on Heretic Fort Drive that we were doing. He's like, I'm limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling, dealing, skillet. Whatever the fuck you were saying.
Limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, son of a gun. And I feel like now I need to get up and strut.
Yeah, he probably did. But I always thought he said kid stealing, like he
Kid
sold
stealing?
kids or something. Like Ric Flair
Because
steals
Ric
children.
Flair is
Ric
the
Flair.
man.
Ric Flair sucks.
My mother
Ric Flair sucks.
Ric
met
Flair
Ric
does
Flair.
kind of suck.
He's a terrible person.
He's a terrible person.
Also, if you are a fan of
But we've
Kill
mentioned
Tony, if you've seen his Kill Tony episode, it is a
Yeah, he can't handle
complete
shit.
flop.
He can't handle shit.
It was genuinely hard to watch.
There was this moment where he was at
I
a
like Ric
restaurant.
Flair a lot.
It was like
I watched
last
that.
year or something. Cusses out the guy. Remember that?
Yeah, you told me about it.
Well, I used
What?
it in my music.
That's funny. That's
I
funny.
used it in Lord Atheist's analog horror.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Even analog horror, hell yeah.
Oh, I do my version of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's sick. I,
I
love
did.
analog
I got
horror.
inspired by analog horror so
Yeah.
fucking much.
I like.
That's after
It
Lord
has to be
Atheist was
done right.
created.
Some analog horror is just like random. It just feels like random. Like, ooh, shock factor. Look at this distorted human face.
Yeah.
But then you have like the Mandela catalog. I think
Yes,
that's
I
pretty good.
love the Mandela
The
catalog.
Mandela catalog is actually a story
Yeah.
that when I first watched it, I was a hater, and then I was like, it was one of those things. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, where you first watch it and you're like, that was kind of fucking stupid, and then you keep thinking about it and you're like, okay,
But wait a minute.
it's living in my head
Yeah.
rent free. Maybe I should go watch it again and
Yeah.
give it a chance, and then you give it a chance and you're like, oh, okay, I just didn't understand it. That's how the Mandela catalog works.
Yeah, I love the Mandela. I've seen it all.
It's kind
Damn,
of
this is
hard
crazy.
to
This
follow.
is the first time that we've gotten on a podcast, and I found someone that actually fucks
Dude, I
with
live
analog.
on YouTube.
I've heard of it.
I live on YouTube.
Yeah.
I know how it feels because
Yes.
every time, look, it's on YouTube right fucking
Yeah, I
now,
saw it on
and I'm live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love YouTube,
YouTube.
and it doesn't pay me nothing.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't pay most people nothing.
It doesn't pay me
Nowadays.
anything, and
Even
I'm
the
still
people that
on it,
pays.
still
But
pushing.
you got to make sure Ethan Klein gets paid. You know, all
Yeah,
those
those
people.
people, yeah, all the-
fucking,
The 1%
I show speed.
YouTubers.
yeah, I show
Gosh,
meat. Yeah, I show meat.
I show speed.
Eat
it
I show
boss.
meat.
I show meat.
Wait,
His
listen.
dad is fucked up. He wrote a song.
What?
Yeah, I Show Speed's got a song out called I Show Meat, but it's not him, it's his dad that put it out.
It's terrible.
And he was pissed.
That's terrible.
I Show Speed was pissed. What about that thing we're talking about? He just got like beat up.
He did get beat up by Braun Breaker real bad.
Speared in the back of his head at the mat because he's dumb as hell. Don't know how to take a fucking bump like that.
Who did?
I Show Speed.
Oh, he was on what now?
He was on the Royal Rumble.
He was on the Royal Rumble. What the hell? I didn't know that. I feel like I would have
Bam,
saw that
got
on
speared like
YouTube or
Goldberg.
something. That's hilarious.
Or no, because Braun Breaker's
He
like
got
the
the
size
shit
of
speared
Rhino.
out of him.
He's that
In
size
the
of Rhino.
side. Like, he was, instead of taking it a full-on bump like this, he was turned a little bit, so he
That's
speared him
rough.
right here.
Yeah.
That's rough.
And then the head hit the mat. I
Yeah.
could see it. It's like one of those moments I had when I took that fucking spinning rock bottom deal.
Mhm.
Your equilibrium goes off. Like you're spinning. You're like, okay, I'm spinning, but where's the rotation at right now?
Yeah.
And where am I about to go? You know, like, and when am I going down?
When am I going?
So you've
Where
been
and when am I
wrestling?
going?
You've
I've
like
trained to wrestle,
That's
yeah, for
cool.
like a year or two. I did training, and now I still do it. Like, I still go to the shows. I still set up.
Help set up the ring and help set up chairs now.
Yeah.
And
I don't do all the other stuff because, like, I don't want to do that anymore. But like with everything else, I did that. But like
You
the
guys are
rotation of it, he was like, "Come on, in the ring. I'm gonna do this move to you. I know you can take it." I was like, "Yeah, I know I can take it." It's just remembering where I need to be. Like the head has to come here, so that only my shoulders and stuff would have hit the mat. But instead, it was all of everything hit the mat. So my back of my head went.
So you guys are
So
just
I might be mentally brain damaged from that.
That's not funny.
Brain damage.
Encephalo.
No, it was definitely funny how I said it.
Whatever that
It was a little
CTE.
funny how you
That
said
was
it, but
funny.
I'm not laughing at you having
Just the
brain
way you
damage.
said it.
But I feel like I'm the same person before the slam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
You'll do it.
guys?
But
You
that
guys
could be a psychiatric.
are just
thing.
underground culture aficionados. It seems like
Yeah.
like
We like a lot of shit.
yeah, like the
I grew up watching wrestling. He grew up watching wrestling.
Yeah.
So we just kind of
Well, he was in
on
another
that.
company though. 'Cause He did WCW.
And then
I
we
did
just
WWE.
love everything.
Yeah.
Entertainment
Any
kind of
type
entertainment
stuff.
is what the whole idea has now become. It started with wrestling,
Yeah,
and
of
it
course.
still sticks around wrestling. But
Well, I was influenced by Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
So Jim Cornette, if you're not listening.
but then I told Matt one night, I was like, "Why don't we expand to music?
Well, I mean, just be honest. Like Jim Cornette might not have heard my show. Or
We
anything
could still
like
be
that.
the highest folk."
But I'm
podcast.
pretty sure that Violent J from ICP has heard our show, or my show at least, because I did the format,
that's cool.
which talks about JCW's show. I talk about JCW every show they put out.
I would
But we
question whether he has actually listened to us or not.
No.
He's been told about it, I'm sure, but
No, I tag him in every time. If he's tagged in something, he watches it. Tarzan told us that.
Yeah.
Goofball.
It's interesting.
We had Tarzan. He works for Juggalo Championship
Yeah.
Wrestling, which
There's
Violent
such
J,
a thing.
yeah, which Violent J owns and has
Juggalo
owned it
Wrestling?
since the
Juggalo
90s.
wrestling. I thought that only happened at like 7-Eleven. That's my hot dog.
that's my Fago.
Yeah, that's my Fago,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Dude, he's like, it's like the rosary, but it's the juggalosery. You know,
No, I'm
Dog,
I'm sorry.
Juggalos.
Y'all stop. He's listening. He's listening.
Oh my God.
Actually, he heard that comment you just made and he's laughing his ass off.
Good.
Because that's a fucking good one.
Yeah.
No, for real, for the stereotypical Juggalo, that's a good one. Where
7-Eleven.
they're fighting over the Fago, the last Fago.
Why, they have a Baltimore accent. They're like, that's mine.
I need a whoop whoop in the chat because you know that's fucking facts. Y'all know that's facts. If you heard me say that, you know I'm Faction Jackson.
Faction
Action Jackson coming with the action, and you know for a motherfucking fact if it's the last Fago, it's your fucking flavor, and it's cotton candy, motherfucker. Ouija Max will come through and go, wham, bitch, that fucking candy out or whatever it's called, the cotton candy. Don't talk to me like that.
I always thought growing up when I was drinking Sundrop, I'm like, oh, this is really on the periphery here. And then I was introduced to the concept of Fago, and I'm like, wait a minute. There's a group of people that follow around ICP, and this is their drink. And I'm like, that Shearwine doesn't have any. like, the FBI doesn't recognize a group of people that drank Shearwine. It's a
No,
terrorist group.
But the FBI be watching the ICP.
Yeah, which,
Yep.
Makes no
All the
sense.
Fagos.
Which maybe that's not a good idea to be rocking this thing, but I don't give a fuck. They did the parade down Wall Street or whatever.
That's wild.
They said it's a affiliated gang related, which I mean, I guess whatever. Inner City Posse, dude. That's where it started. That was their first name. Inner City
Interesting.
Posse. And it used to be called Juggalo
They
Champion.
probably have
Juggalo.
been, if they're the inner city posse, they've probably been involved with gang shit.
What's up, Secret Fagos Fire? Yeah, these comments are just now coming in with them.
Fago.
I used to play the drums in a band. What's up, Ja? What's up, dude? What's up, Secret? Secret. I love you, dude.
Yeah, those guys should. They
It's
should check
wild
out
how
our
the
song.
YouTube is just like
Mhm.
shooting these things out here now. But like about the it used to be called Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
That was a thing.
That was their first company name.
This is
back
before
when I
our
was
time.
90s. I was a kid when this shit was going on. Juggalo Championship Wrestling. JCW's been around since I was a kid.
We're
Bro.
gonna make you feel old here. I was born in 1998.
I was born in 1988.
I
You
was
guys
born
are
in-
only 10 years younger.
Yeah, only 10 years. Yeah, I was
I was
great
born
to
in
say.
2002.
You are a baby.
2000.
So that's
You are a
making
baby.
me feel old.
I'm,
You and me are only 10 years
all the
apart.
musicians I
Yeah.
play with are older than me, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good sign. I'm like, that must,
Yeah,
that
but
must
it's-
mean
it's-
something good.
The differences of age and the diversity of anything
The culture.
and the culture and everything like that is the most important things that we
Yeah.
have in life.
Yeah, well, the thing is,
Diversity. I love diversity so
Yeah.
fucking much.
Yeah, dude, if everything was the same, like go in a neighborhood where all the houses are the same. Tell me how you feel.
Yeah,
neighborhood
I
with
feel
disoriented.
trapped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
it's
in that movie.
claustrophobic.
Oh my god, what's that movie where they go to that town and they can't get out of it and they're in the house and things just keep happening?
That's a
Same.
lot of movies.
No, this one
They
was.
go to the town and they
they go to the town and they're in the house.
No, dude, this one. Was,
Shaun of the Dead?
no,
Pretty sure
this
the house
one.
is on the left.
No, this one was different, dude.
Where they're clay people.
bringing it back full circle.
That's good to actually do. That was a good moment on the show.
Thank you.
That was like one of the best moments ever. Bring it back around to something we
Dude,
had
the
talked
clay
about like
people.
30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Clay people need rights.
Yeah, clay people need
Clay
rights. We
people.
need to put a shirt out in the button. We need to get
Yeah.
Matt to make the button. Clay
We need a
rights matter.
flag.
Clay rights matter. Clay rights matter.
Yeah, man. My middle
Clay
name's
people
Clay.
matter.
so-
Clay people
Put your
matter.
brownish reddish fist on your profile pic for all the clay.
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
Yeah, it's got to be clay.
Yeah.
out.
Aren't
Clay
we're all
people
clay
matter.
people though?
We're all made of clay because we're all molded.
Exactly.
Oh wow, that's deep.
That's
That's
heavy.
deep.
That's heavy.
Did I just do that
That's
again?
high as fuck
Yeah, that's good.
podcast.
Did I just do that again?
High as fuck podcast material.
Oh my god, I just did it again. It's those times I want to do that and I cannot do it.
That's interesting.
Whoa.
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 Right.
No wonder people are like, God damn, what the fuck are you doing right now? Because like there's times where I'm like in the zone with like inspirational stuff, motivational stuff,
Yeah.
or just in detail in fucking like moments where I'm like talking about the world and what's about to happen, or like anything that could or not happen, you know,
Yeah.
anything like that. And people are just like looking at me like, wow, what the fuck? That's
There's some
wow,
truth.
what
There's
the
some
hell
truth
did you
in
just?
that,
How,
yeah.
where'd that come from? Like I do not know, but like I have this thing inside of me of like being able to
The antenna.
being able to tap in and be able to like,
Yeah,
okay, so this is this and this and this is why this is happening, you know? Like not the way everybody else is like talking about it, like, oh man, the end of the world's tomorrow. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, if this keeps happening, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's common sense. Like, we keep polluting the waters. What do you think's gonna happen?
yeah. What's gonna happen?
Or like the
to-
little things like that. It's like, yeah, obviously, and you can already like see what it's gonna look like. You know,
People
they
wonder
do
why we
they
haven't
do
been
the stuff on
reached out to
TVs all the time, on the TV
Yeah, right.
shows all the time, where they
by
show you
aliens.
or reenact it,
Yeah,
of what it could look like.
I'm like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
On Simpsons,
if you
where they
had
went to the end of the
ability to
world,
reach out to
and it was like the
planets,
robot
and you saw
shit,
this
and all that
different apocalypses that could happen.
Why
Well,
would you
If
contact
I
us?
were an alien race and I had
I would
to-
not contact us, probably.
if I did contact us, I don't. This is gonna sound really
Maybe a lot of
terrible.
us, though. But
It would probably just be for resources. It wouldn't be
hey, we all,
because look at these fucking monkey people that can't get over the fact that they're different colors. Oh,
or maybe,
Exactly.
or maybe
going,
if you were
they're intelligent.
hunting for a certain Claudette Glass, you might want to go to a planet
Well,
like
then
Earth,
I
because we
would,
actually
yeah.
are aliens.
Yeah, well,
I think we are the aliens that we're seeking. I've been set.
We're talking to aliens right now.
I was, we were talking. Me and somebody was
Saturn.
talking about that.
We're
It was
from
like,
Saturn.
My soul is alien. It's been reincarnated like a million
Yeah.
times.
Isn't that
like-
how Scientology got started?
This is my
maybe is that how
To
Scientology got
experience
started?
Earth,
Yeah,
I don't know much
experience
about
the monkey
Scientology.
The
I don't-
monkey people.
people.
Scientology.
That is not racially motivated
No,
whatsoever.
it was just out there.
You're gonna have to edit the shit out of this, or Claudette's literally
Someone's
gonna
gonna take
us.
that and say this guy's racist, and I don't mean it.
No. But-
No, because we're live now.
I
Yeah,
am-
that's fine.
We all
We
are
are all
monkey.
monkeys.
We're
If you
all-
believe in evolution, we're all monkeys.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about is evolution.
Absolutely.
evolution in music.
How I evolved. into
How
an
we're
alien.
circling back
We
to
went from alien, like microscopic aliens, to like going through the monkey and all the other stuff. Some of us turned into dinosaurs.
Some of- wait a minute.
Someone's turned into
Some of us
dinosaurs?
turned into clay.
Some of us are
Some of us turned into dinosaurs, which I don't know how, as dinosaurs, we learned to use knives.
Hell, I don't even know how our arms grew long. Now, we got long arms now.
What about the clay dinosaurs?
The clay dinosaurs,
They didn't make it.
They didn't make it.
The
They got,
asteroid,
that asteroid melted them, dude.
and they all got baked.
They got
Yeah.
baked.
That's why the bones are left behind.
Pottery.
And they got baked, and now they're
It's
these
like-
are two baked clay dinosaurs.
This stuff right here is like, wow, we should have did the Matt Earth Project podcast. The one where I'm trying to start with all the stuff like this and talk about.
History of the world.
That shit would be dope to have that going, you know. We
Talk
got
about-
Claude Glass on this motherfucker.
Yes. Hello.
We just going everywhere. It's just a good conversation. It's a good time we're having.
Yes.
Like I don't, this is all like the podcasts and stuff. We don't really have like a forced structure or anything.
Yeah.
Like we just kind of go with the flow and whatever happens.
Yeah. Well, I definitely.
And being in person, I think, is a better deal because you get a little bit more in depth.
Yeah.
And we get to actually like sit here and chill and vibe and actually learn each other.
I wish the rest of the band could have made it, but that's just.
We can always do an update show.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear the ladies' voices on this too.
Yes.
Get
Yes.
like more of the extra opinions and other things and what they feel about the music project.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I'm trying to communicate it for them, just from conversations, everything. Like we're really four people, very much on the same page, and well, it's kind of funny. I have very close personal relationships with each one of the people in the band, whether it's Claudette or Harley or Thomas, and Harley is someone that is really, really an interesting person. I think next time if I come on here with just one other person or something, I really want to bring Harley, because Harley, we met in a other band, and we were recording for that band, and I was just enamored with this guy spiritually. He's a good musician, but it was like one of those things where it's just like, I saw he was a good musician, but I'm like, this guy can be way better. Like, I'm like, I have to just show him one or two things, and he's going to take it and like run with it. He was already like, he plays mandolin, and he plays bass, and he's really inventive. He's invented this tuning for the guitar that essentially you can take like mandolin style playing and like transcribe it over to a guitar. And he's just been composing a lot of music with that, and because later we're planning on going in more of doing more folk music and stuff like that, and we still want to keep like our rock and roll stuff.
We
and
have
our
so many
theatrical.
different themes. We want it's hard.
Yeah. Right now we're kind of just in the space.
It's been a good space, I would say, because when we seen y'all's first show.
Touring the rock.
So have y'all played since that last
Yes,
one?
rock is a good word for it.
Where have we played since Casey's? I know we did the DC trip.
Other than the DC trip, no.
Yeah, that which we
so
didn't
she's
get
basically
to.
been dead this whole time.
Yeah. She's been in a coffin the entire time, essentially. But
that's some dope shit.
yeah,
I knew like when we heard the band name and it was you doing the band, I was
Yeah.
just like, we have to go see Claude Glass.
Yes.
I feel this I feel like it's gonna be something I'm gonna be like, oh shit.
this is
And
cool.
what was it? It was oh shit.
Yeah, that's not shit.
Like I saw it, I was like, oh shit, it was something like that. And the imagery I see here, I just feel like there's gonna be like something like Sapor Alternus, but not Sapor at all. But you did have a little bit of a support in there. I don't know if y'all know that band, but Support Alternus is like he's a genderless. He actually innovated the genderless movement.
Interesting. So he's like non-binary.
Yeah,
That's
non-binary,
cool.
genderless, and he goes by both. And he also
So he's
he's like really old now, but like
He,
like 78,
she, or
80.
she, they, or he,
He's
they.
both.
Interesting.
Probably they.
They.
Yeah, but he doesn't go by any of those.
Or yeah.
Like he's just like she's Anna Varney.
Interesting.
So if y'all look up Anna Varney, that's one of my favorite people in my life because when I found Anna Varney, it's crazy how when I did find Anna Varney, that it's like where was they at? Where were they at? I want to say they because they are both. So where were they at my whole life?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
It's
how
like
I
one of
feel
those
about
bands that comes
support. It's
along.
like where the fuck were you at this whole time?
Yeah.
Like I'm mad now because you're like 78 or 80 years old by the time I found you, and that's how music works sometimes.
It's crazy.
Yeah, sometimes it's annoying.
Sometimes it's someone's 80 years old before they even know who you are.
That's wild.
And you can have 200,000 fans, but this one guy is 80 years old
We were
by the time
talking-
he finds you.
We were talking about that on the way here.
Yeah.
You know,
But
we
I'm
can
like
meet our
36
idols
finding
and
the
they're all
80-year-old.
old
He's
by the
not
time we
playing no
meet
more, really. They got a board game out that I have to have it.
That's
It is based
awesome.
around LGBTQ and stuff.
Mm.
I need it. I need that shit.
The LGBTQ board game.
Yeah. It has a lot to do with that stuff. And, like, I have to fucking have this board game. I just keep forgetting it exists.
That's funny.
Because it's new. And it's like Anna Varney created it herself. And, like, it's a lot into it. Like, I want to.
Fascinating.
Yep. There's a Juggalo one, too, I want.
There's such a thing.
Yeah, there is a Road to Shangri-La. Or
That's a culture I haven't been exposed to much.
Juggalo
Is the Juggalo thing? I mean, I've
Yeah.
always heard of it. It's like a different musical
I
movement.
think you would like it
I'll
if you
have
went
to
to
go.
like the Gathering. It's like $240 to go.
I like the
4 or
ICP
5
show I
days
saw.
camping.
The Blue Ridge. I mean, they were
Carnival.
good. I got in the
places to
pit and
eat
got
there.
Fago sprayed all over me.
Yeah, he's been to seen it. But the
Fago
Gathering, the Juggalos, there's a lot of stuff. There's wrestling there. Their own companies there. There's a carnival there. You've seen it. You can Joe. Like there's a ton of shit to do.
Interesting.
And I'm literally trying to go this year. I would
I would-
love to
I
go.
would
It's in
go.
Ohio.
What
in
part of
Juggalos.
Ohio?
Where Legends Valley's at.
Oh goodness, I wouldn't know where that is.
Legends Valley, but
You're
it's
not
not
familiar
too
with
far
Ohio?
from here. But I know it's a distance.
I've been
But
up by Youngstown a lot.
You get to camp.
Yeah.
You can park park outside. Just bring your stuff in. Find you a spot to camp at, and you're camped there for like. If you go there the day before, you get 5 days for that price,
It's pretty good.
and it's $200. Yeah, but you get 5 days of bands. No, 4 days of bands because the first day is like a parking lot party. But
Nice.
I've heard some shit about that one, and I've heard some shit about the parking lot parties that I was like, no, I don't think I want to be a part of the parking lot parties.
Makes
Like,
sense.
I'm not trying to get raped. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm trying to
But you'll
keep,
never know.
keep your
Yeah,
chastity.
you'll never know who's there. But like, no, it's a big deal that I would like to go to, and it's just it sounds fun as fuck. Anyway, but like, if it happens, it happens. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like,
yeah.
if I can make it happen, I'm trying to go.
Definitely.
You get to camp,
Yeah.
and you get to have 4 or 5. If you go there before, you get 5 days of just like music, different bands. Like Mushroom Head's been there. Like Heathen Sun that we had on the show. They've been there.
Yeah,
and-
well, that group, they were very interesting. Who were they?
yeah, Heathen Sun.
Heathen Sun.
Yeah, that's like the first. I guess they're famous.
Yeah. I think there were like
Semi-famous.
30,000 subscribers on YouTube, and
big.
they were like 3 or 4 videos had like
They're bigger than
60,000
Johnny
views.
Fairplay, okay?
They
They're bigger
blown
than
up
Johnny
pretty
Fairplay,
recently.
I would
in my
feel
opinion.
famous if
Yeah.
I had 30,000 subscribers on Claude Glass.
I mean, they
Or-
are
sorry, single
basically
had
famous
60,000
because they're
people.
like
Yeah.
play with Limp Bizkit and Twisted, and all these big bands want
Yeah.
them on their show, and they're
Mm.
friends with them. So yeah, they're famous.
I wouldn't need that notoriety. I mean, obviously, Claude Glass, I think, would be.
I think you could get some
I think there's a
notoriety from
market
it.
for it.
It
Yeah.
might be like a little underground a little bit, but who doesn't
That's
like that?
kind of what I would rather be is
That's what I was
underground.
gonna say.
Get your
Kinda
real
like Unknown
people
Henson.
there.
Like
Yeah.
Unknown Henson is
Love
so
Unknown
well known
Henson.
underground, but a lot of mainstream people don't. First of all, won't even book him. But he's like so talented. He puts on. We were talking about him on the way here. That's why I'm thinking about him. But he
Love
puts on
Unknown
such a
Henson.
great show, and it's
Yeah.
kind of niche, but. That's the fucking point of art, is to be niche.
Well, I
I
was
think
thinking
so,
about
too,
it.
to be
Like
honest.
I was
I do
thinking
too.
about it, and the first time I ever heard folk
Because there's abstract.
Punk,
but can you
rockabilly,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
was Unknown Hinson.
Yeah.
And then I started recently
Change it.
hearing it with Heretics Fork Drive because his is
Yeah,
very
so
much
these are the
similar
names
to
of
that.
people
It
and
is
favorites
similar.
if
It's
ever,
different,
like,
but yeah, it is
different
similar
me, like,
in
with the
its
folk punk.
theme.
all
And
the
it's,
names
yeah,
you
yeah.
I get what you're saying, and its
Yeah.
message. I guess, yeah.
Working on the art
That's the
around
best
it.
way I would
Sure.
describe it as folk punk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right.
It's really
Absolutely.
cool.
And then someone's
I
gonna
enjoy
win
Heritage
this,
Fork
I'm gonna
Drive
ship
a
it
lot.
to them.
Their music is, it's wild, and I
And then,
enjoy
you
that.
turn
Yeah.
it all which ways.
It's
It's
just-
all kinds of different
It's
shit.
kind of like
And sometimes it's all
it's like
accidental.
slam
If
poetry,
I do
but
anything
music
upside
form,
down.
or
Right.
something like that.
Exactly.
In the best way.
That's the one.
And
I
I
always
love
follow.
I love
that.
slam
So I do
poetry.
shit like
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Slide
exactly.
now.
Not bad slam
I like
poetry,
that.
like
Yeah.
21
And shit
Jump
like
Street.
this.
You know, that kind of
That's
mockery
cool.
of slam poetry, but actually good
Yeah.
poetry.
These were. I was trying to sell these, but if y'all can pick one out of here, if y'all want it. If y'all
What
want
is
to pick
this?
one out of these.
Sorry.
These are art
For coming
pieces
on the
that
show,
Matt
y'all
made.
can get like
Well,
one or
good.
two if y'all want, or
Thank
something
you.
like that. You
I'm-
give one to Harley and give one to
To Claudette.
yeah, get one for every band member. If it screams their name, just
Yeah,
just go
yeah.
ahead and grab it.
Kinda.
Unless it's that red one that looks Japanese-ish, because I might have accidentally put it back in there. That's Maynard's. I gotta find that one. There's one that is Maynard's. But
Yeah,
cool.
I
don't think
you
it's
guys
enough.
we'll have to have you guys come to a show and
We're definitely. I would
do a
love
live
to.
album or something,
Yeah,
live recording.
I like that one too.
That's nice.
And I'm trying to get my vocals featured on some people's stuff too. If
Yeah.
anybody's down to like, check out some of my vocals or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I think that would
Definitely.
be cool just to like collab a little bit. Not much. I ain't trying to take over a song.
No,
I just
no,
want
you're
to be
fine.
like, I would love to be like try to
Now,
feature with the singer.
Claudette, she's
Like if we just had one song,
yeah.
just one song that we collaboratively came together with lyrics and vocals.
You can
for one
hire us to be on anything. We're guns for hire. Like we'll play on a recording. But Claudette, she's very.
song. Exclusive with her vocals.
We don't even
It is
really know what
So
she
you got
looks
yours?
like.
What's that?
You got
Yeah,
yours?
I got one. Thank you.
You get yours.
I'll take some. I'll get one
Is
for
she
Claudette.
in-
Yeah, just figure out which
And
go
gimmick
based
every
off.
time y'all are together.
We don't even really know what she looks like. Like it's that insane. It's that schizo. Like it's just oh hey, okay, cool.
Yeah, always
You know?
masked up.
Yeah,
always.
just perpetually, and it's just like oh, all right.
That's how y'all met her?
Pretty much. It's COVID, so it seemed normal. And then it was just like, oh, this is all the time.
Yeah.
This is every day with you. Okay. This is, it's like, what's going on with that? So it's really interesting.
Okay, that's pretty crazy.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, just go ahead and pick the one you want, and then if you go based off like
forgot
whoever wants to pick for
What
Harley
it's
or
like to not know what people look
Claudette,
Harley would like that.
and she can color that one in.
Yeah, yeah.
The ones that are blank, you
Well,
can
black
color
and white because
Yeah.
it's Claudette.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
it too. So if she
Exactly.
wants to keep it black and white, it's fine too.
That color scale for us is really important. It's kind of the main part of the art is because we kind of want
No,
That's-
black and white.
But you look at the photo, you look at photos throughout history and black and white
White.
photography, it
Yeah.
kind of adds, there you go, Thomas. And it kind of really adds something through being deductive where we really want people to pay attention to the music. If we make everything else so minimal and so like cartoonish and minimal, that way people can just really focus on literally everything is good. It's not about the guitar playing. It's not about the drumming. It's not about the bass playing. It's not about this, that, and here. So it's literally at the end of the day, we are telling a story. It's an opera.
Yeah.
We've wrote
what I
a
was
rock
thinking.
That's what I
opera,
was saying. Yeah,
I
like
was thinking
you've
y'all
been
were trying to
touring
do
the
a
rock
fucking
opera. Like that's really
theatricals,
Yeah.
and
But you had 2 shows.
you've never seen her face.
2 shows,
Yeah.
one single.
It's like almost like we're in a band with Phantom of the Opera. I mean, the guy, it's like one of those things where it's just like
Oh,
it
that's
is.
got to be pretty cool. 'Cause that's
It's
so hard for
interesting.
me to do as a masked character to
Yeah.
not show who's underneath the mask.
Yeah.
Because on Favorited, I'm taking the face on and off.
Even when we recorded, Claudette was wearing the.
I
that
also
was
feel it's
wild.
important. I think it's important to meet the artist behind the mask or the person that's behind those characters, because if I'm able to sit there and be myself without the character on, and then put the character on and get another reaction, then isn't that what you're supposed to be doing?
Exactly. Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
You're getting a different reaction each time you do something different. So I do
Right.
this like cult leader looking thing where I just do the hat, the hair, the fur,
Like Manson
and then I have
almost.
the fucking the beard. It's a certain look that I go for, and I have that. And then if I really want to fuck with someone, guys, this is what I do.
Yeah.
I wait there looking away,
Yeah.
right? and then I duck away or they can't see me, and I put the mask on and the hat and the hair and shit. And I come back and I go, hello. They go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Some people have literally like disconnected quick.
And been like who is
literally
this?
disconnected me out of a match. They didn't even care that we were they're boxing. Like the
That's
boxing match
hilarious.
like TikTok has.
Yeah.
And they're like, they don't even give a fuck because they just like exit out, and I'm just like,
That's funny. The thing about
another victim, you know, like
the thing about it with Claudette though is I think it's shtick. I don't, it's just like
I think she
just
might
who
be a little
It's just who
real.
they are.
I think it's odd.
I think it's a
an
real
odd
thing that's going on with her then.
Yeah, because it's like okay, we're literally
She's
practicing.
mysterious.
Well,
The
she's
mystique about her is awesome.
she's kind of uncouth. I mean, that's the thing. It's like okay, we're practicing. Like we put on our dungarees and we come back.
I need to know if y'all still have any of those shirts left.
We do. We're having some new
We'll
shirts
have a
made.
small one that would fit my kid.
Absolutely, we have our.
He wants one.
Y'all come to the show, and we'll.
Because the imagery on it, I know he would wear that to school.
It is. It's
Like he would rock
The new
that
one,
shit
the
hardcore.
new one is more. I don't know if you've seen our new one.
Yeah, I have a picture of the new one.
I know the first one y'all have. I need that for
Kind
him.
of like
It's not even for me.
style.
Really.
Yeah,
I
it's
want
pretty
it,
cool.
but like
I want to show you this
I
because
was like, we can
Yeah,
just
kids-
share one. We can get one there so we could both fit, and then we can just share it.
it's
Not
like
that this is kid targeted, but I feel like younger people would definitely.
Maynard he's not like a normal kid for me.
Pictures
Like,
of-
I let him like. It just depends on what the artwork is. He ain't wearing the Jesus is a cunt shirt from Cradle of Filth.
Yeah, no,
Thomas,
this
you
is-
have-
There's draw
yeah.
some lines there. He's not wearing that shit. Or that one shirt of Bad Religion with the swastika that's blocked out, like it says
anti-Nazi.
shit. Yeah, it's even because that's another symbols behind that. So there's certain stuff I just don't want him to wear because
That's sensible.
until he's old enough to actually like wear it.
Make his own decision about
Yeah.
it.
Thomas is
Because I mean he's
Good
14,
parenting.
but that ain't a decision he should be making. Is wearing some weird ass wearing the Nazi symbol. But I know it's anti.
Yeah,
I've-
because
Still
I've had a couple of friends of mine that were
with the
like,
crucifixions and all that other shit.
I've thought about rocking a swastika, but with the
Maxed
cross.
out.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Matt's got some buttons. Matt from Dizzy Button Maker on Facebook. Dizzy
He's
Devil Button Maker.
fuck
It's a-
Nazi buttons. and
Yeah,
shit.
fuck Nazi buttons. If y'all say fuck Nazis, hey, go over there and get some buttons. From
This is
I
our
already
new-
sent
our
so many people to him.
Yeah. Matt makes great stuff.
I have sent so many people his way.
He made the merch for Shipwrecked Mind as
Yeah.
well, the buttons for that band.
Yeah.
and
He's done our dinosaurs, the Lord, the
that's-
podcast one.
let's just show Matt. That's our new design for sure.
Yeah, he'll want that.
Which which I find really interesting about that. That's the only time we've seen Claudette's face
I think I thought
Yeah.
the same thing.
is on a T-shirt. So
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a face
Do
reveal,
they-
but
Yeah, he's gonna want that shirt. So y'all sell them like
Yeah.
what, $30?
yeah, they're like $30.
Yeah,
We have the two designs. We have the photorealistic one, and then we have Claudette, and then we have that one. And
Yeah, and I kind of understand where y'all getting out with the $30 on the shirt.
yeah,
Don't stop.
you gotta have. I mean,
But
$30.
The art is selling it.
Our artist is just phenomenal. She's from Tennessee,
Yeah,
and they're from Tennessee.
Yeah, they-
Excuse me. Yeah, it's one of those things. I feel like shit a lot of the times when I'm not gendering someone correctly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just like,
I really don't think we should feel like shit
well,
because I mean,
I feel like if I do make myself feel like shit about it, I'll get it right the next time.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's
But-
like,
well, that's what anxiety is for.
yeah,
It's to
I feel
push
like
you
I
in the
need that
right-
anxiety.
It's your body's natural way of saying, "Hey,
There's a
This-
problem.
this might not
Yeah.
be right." Yeah,
Yeah,
This might
yeah.
No,
not
I
be
don't think
right.
we should I don't think we should be that hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I really don't think people should be that hard on anybody for
Yeah.
slipping in.
For
the
sure.
Oh, it's a
shade of
personal. I think it should be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
personal criticism instead
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
someone
All of the-
language policing.
all of the
Yeah.
they thems we know when we slip up and say he or she
Yeah.
are all
They all
really cool
understand.
with
all
it,
It's
yeah.
like-
understandable.
yeah, it's like because come
Yeah.
on now, it's a new world here.
Yeah.
Well,
and
you
some
know-
of them. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Some of them we met as he or she,
Yeah,
and then they get more comfortable, and they come out basically.
Yeah.
So it's like then you have to switch up what you've gotten, your first impression, which is, I mean, your brain.
Well, I think the first impression is the most important
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
So I think
You like
should
store
know
your
what they
first
are
impression of
right
people
away,
in
so
your
you can
brain.
have it in
so
your brain
it's hard
already.
to
Yeah.
change that.
well, with my I have a really
Because Monica Rose, what do I say with her?
Obviously, her.
Her.
That's what I was
I like the way you
But
thinking.
if she's not
Well,
her,
if
then she's
she was
a boy.
if she was Ivan, then you would call
And you
her
call him Ivan.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah.
Ivan? I don't go, what's up, Monica Rose?
Yeah.
You know, because that's a whole different ballgame there.
Yeah.
But
There's a friend of mine that I was in the Cub Scouts with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say her name,
Yeah.
but we were in
Yeah, they've
Cub Scouts
transitioned.
and Boy Scouts, and they transitioned, and that's the one I have a hard time with because it's like I
Was
grew
in
up.
Boy Scouts with you,
Yeah,
and now you're a woman.
But she understands it so much
It's
better
funny.
because of that. She's like, oh, okay, and
Yeah.
it's like,
yeah, because he gets honesty.
Yeah.
You grow with someone one way, and then
Yeah.
like you might split away, and then you come back, and they're a total different.
Yeah.
it's a different world.
You're like, wait a minute, you can't be, Ivan or
Yeah.
whoever it is. You
Yeah.
can't be him
Yeah.
or her because what? Where you at? You
You're a
know?
completely
Yeah.
different person.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that Rocco's movie when
Rocco's Modern
the
Life.
new
yeah.
movie
Yeah.
with big Mr. Bighead's son transitions into a woman,
I didn't know that. I
and
haven't
then
seen that.
yeah, and so Rocco and them, they're fine with it. They're totally cool with it. It's like they don't even notice it.
Interesting.
They just act like nothing's happened, right? And they just take it as it is, basically.
You know,
And
Dad,
that's good
The-
representation.
Dad was like, my son,
Mr. Bighead was
that's my
yeah,
son.
yeah.
Change is not good. And then there's a song that plays about change is
Was
good.
a big head.
Yeah.
How change is good, and there's room for change, and you should change the world for the better and stuff. That's, basically is what the message I got.
Yeah. Well, it's
Because we need
been a
change.
thing throughout history. I mean, it just comes up in different
I
times
say,
and different cultures.
you want to live in black and gray, or gray and white, or black and white, and there's no color in it, and everybody's the fucking same.
Same.
Please shoot me now.
Yeah, exactly. If that's the world, if you want the dystopian.
Not actually, but you know. What I'm
yeah,
saying
you're
by
saying
that
like
terminology.
figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
But
like.
not even actually, but it's just like, please, just end the craziness. Let's
Yeah.
stop that,
Cause,
I'd rather have diversity. Like I
yeah,
said,
you
like,
just spice of life.
yeah,
You know?
spice and life.
I don't
spice this shit
understand
up.
how it's like. It's always been baffling to me. First of all, it's the fact that there's been 1.5 billion people, according to the Google search, born in just the time that I've been alive. There's been 1.5 billion people born.
Which is insane.
It went from 7 billion to 8.5 billion population.
That's a lot of
In my
people.
lifetime, I'm 23. I just turned 23 this month. But it seems like the more people there are, the more of a mainstream. Like the stronger the mainstream is, which I guess there's more people to be in the mainstream, but there's also more people to be in the niche, in the
periphery.
peripheral, yeah.
Periphery. This is a good
Yeah, so-
band.
There you go. Yeah.
I've always
Yeah,
found that
that's-
really interesting. With,
yeah.
I guess, because I like sociology and stuff. So it's like, I would imagine the more people
Isn't that-
there
that's
are,
right, really.
for me, it's like sometimes when I see something being popular, I automatically am kind of a hater because it's
Yeah,
popular.
right.
Yeah.
And I have to. That's a flaw that I kind of have, but it gets worse with like the more people there are because it's I don't know. It's like this
Yeah.
the hive mind effect gets stronger.
What
Yeah,
makes it so much
I
more
guess.
important to be? Well, the thing is
Does it
I've
have to
never
fit
felt
in?
like I could be part of regular society
Oh,
from
hell
the time
no.
I was a
Fuck
child.
no.
You know?
No way. I
You
could.
know?
But I'm surviving
Yeah.
and thriving in the world that I never thought I could exist in.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
I thought I was gonna be dead at 25. So
Yeah.
And I didn't know how
Feel
far
that.
it was going to go, but I wanted to go as far as I could go, and I didn't know what I could make out of this life. I didn't know I was going to have a podcast, have guests on, have Tarzan Duran.
Be playing music.
Yeah,
We had Tarzan Duran on. I'm still high off that one.
That's
It's
cool.
Like,
I'm
I've
still
watched
high
him a
off that
long time.
And then to actually get to
And then he was
interview
part of
him.
JCW, and I'm like, oh God, this is the moment that I think we've been waiting on. Like,
it's like
Jay's
what I was
about to
saying
check
about-
us out.
It's like what I was saying about listening to a song and you finally are able to play it. It's like
Yes.
you listen or look up to this artist and now or I don't know if it's a wrestling person or not, but
Yeah.
whoever it is, and you finally get to interview him for your show.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit.
And then Heathen Son's a ridiculous one. Like, how the fuck did that happen? I met him and talked to him
Yeah,
personally
And
about
you're
it.
like, yeah, come
And
on.
they just
Yeah, I was
come
like,
on.
yeah, I would love to get you on the podcast if we could make that work. And now we're in the works of trying to get a video of me and him in the music video.
That'd be
Yeah, that'd be
awesome.
cool.
Oh, this crazy idea that we came up with, John. And like, we had the lead singer on, so we didn't have the whole band. We had just the singer, which is fine because he's a wrestler as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It made sense to have him too.
Yeah.
And we got talking about it and gave him an idea about playing in an igloo.
That's
started from a
that's
fucking
wild.
igloo, and now it's a bear is gonna come out of nowhere.
Polar bear's gonna attack somebody.
Crypto child, and then they're gonna end up
Crypto
smoking.
child?
Yeah, they're gonna end up like smoking or become buddies. Is basically what John
That's
was like.
wild.
He was like crypto because I picked a random member at random, and it was like it's gonna be crypto child with the bear attack, and he's like, "Whoa, that's a good idea." 'Cause this is gonna. Then he'll end up being like chilling with him. He'll end up fighting him. Probably end up being his friend. I guess is what he said.
I like that.
Yeah.
But we just was rocking and rolling with this fucking music video, and I'm like, whatever. And then we got to the point where I'm like, yo, I'd love to be in it. So I'm like, I told my son, I was like, you know, if that happens, dude, I'm taking you with me. You're gonna be in that thing too.
Come
bro.
on, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
some of my favorite music videos, and it's made me a fan of their music, Yost Klein.
Yost Klein, yes. Oh my God. He's just
Claudette mentions all the time.
I think I
Claudette's
might know who
huge
he was on
Yost
Eurovision.
Klein
He did the song Europapa.
fan.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I
He
might
has
know
some
what
of
you're
the
talking about.
best music videos. They're so funny. They're so theatrical. They're so musical. They're so artistic. They're so good. I highly recommend you watch some Yost Klein. I don't know if you're into like, it's kind of EDM.
Europop.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
EDM.
do some of that.
I don't know that.
I like.
It's very Europop for sure,
Yeah.
and it's
Love Europop.
a lot of bassy, a lot of distortion, stuff like that. But dude, I wasn't first. It was one of those things. The first time I listened to it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. And then his songs were so catchy, they stayed in my head. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back and listen to it. Now, I was just listening to some earlier when I was delivering pizza for Papa John's because that's what I do for a living.
You want to talk about meeting people? That's like, holy crap! Like I've seen this.
Dude,
I have two stories for you. Number one,
DC is crazy.
Yeah, number one, I have one with me and Thomas and one with me. But when I was younger, I was a massive fan of this band called the People's Blues Band of Richmond.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of them. People's Blues Band of PBR.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Listen to
they
them on the way here as well.
yeah.
Shout out PBR.
Yeah, shout out PBR. They're not together anymore, but Tim Beavers and stuff. But like, I saw them in concert in like 2015. I was like, oh, I want to start a band like that. And then 2018, I got a call from Johnny Buck that runs Rooster Walk, and he's one of the guys that runs Rooster Walk, and he's like, oh, hey, Angus. You know, he's he is the most polite man on the planet. He calls me, he's like, hey, Angus, PBR's coming in a few weeks, and I know you're a big fan of them, and we just immediately thought of you guys being opener, and I'm like, oh, holy shit, oh my God, So I was just like, went and told the band, I'm a scratchy teenager. I'm like, yeah, man, we can open up for PBR. And we met them, and it was always one of those things where it's like, don't meet your heroes, they're going to be shitheads or whatever. These guys were amazing. I was like, they're like, yeah, you're inspired by us, that's cool as hell. But you know what's just funny? Your heroes are always 2 feet shorter than you think they're going to be. I was just like, the whole band.
You're a big guy, so that applies twice as hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you're like so much bigger. I mean,
they're this tall.
You don't look small. Let's be honest. You don't look small, but then someone gets near you, and it's like you're actually like tall.
Yeah.
You're not just like this.
Well, I met them, and they were just cool as hell, and I ended up becoming fairly good friends with Tim Beavers, and I went on vacation like a year later, and I was like, I haven't heard from him in a while, and I texted him, and he's like, yeah, I'm in rehab, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy, man, I'm on vacation, like, sorry to, me in my head thinking he's up in Richmond, and then he's like, yeah, I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm like, what? Send me the address. We're fucking 2 miles apart from each other. I'm like, no fucking way. And I was like, Mom, there's this guy in this band we opened up for with, and he's in a halfway house, and my mom is like, you want me to drive you to a halfway house? I'm like, yeah, but we got to stop at McDonald's first because he really likes McDonald's. And then she drives me off and I get McDonald's and we pull up in front of this halfway house. And my mom like lets me out. I'm like,
your mom took you?
Yeah, I'm like, come back in 2 hours.
Dude, his mom, I used to play Call of Duty with him and his mom, okay? When we were in the Deluxe, we were saying,
Call of Duty.
We used to play Call of Duty
crazy.
because his mom, how he and I met, his mom and my dad worked at that same factory that.
Both at Eastman.
Yeah. Anyway, his mom's awesome.
But she drops me off, and I go in there, and people are like, I'm a kid, and there's all these like fucking, and this guy, his roommate was an arsonist. He was a guy that had burnt down a fucking house, and he was like, he had this bit where he's like, oh yeah, this is they made, I forget what his name is. I think they're like, yeah, this is Kyle the arsonist. Everybody kept introducing him
Kyle.
as the arsonist. And then I was like, yeah. And so we go outside and he like gets a cigarette and he offers me a cigarette. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, pulls out this giant fucking like lighter, like one of the giant big lighters. And I'm like, this is too good. So we're sitting there and this Tim Beavers.
Comically sized lighter.
Tim Beavers is my idol. And I'm watching.
I've never heard of them.
Oh yeah. They're an underground band. They're an underground band, and this is like my idol. And he's like asking me to teach him how to play a certain Stooges song called "Wild Love," and I'm like,
I know that song.
That's great, bomb on it. But that was one of those things where it was like, y'all, how am I talking to this person? How have I, befriended this person? But Claude Glass, we were in D.C. We had I don't want to get too much into that, but we
crazy.
We went drinking after our commitment, and we went to this bar called Shenanigans, and we got a couple of beers, and we had met this really wonderful.
That was when we met the German.
Lucy. Lucy, and she's this sociologist born in Croatia in the 90s.
You're studying the rise of fascism.
Yeah, we're studying the rise of fascism in America, and I was like, this is cool. Yeah. This was during the inauguration.
Put that out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
that funny.
That was weird.
that she's here studying the rise of fascism. Anyway.
I was like, the whole reason I saw her, and I was like, oh, she'll know where we parked because I remember the name. And I'm like, hello. Pulls the earmuffs off. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm not from here. No, I'm from Berlin. And I'm like, oh, okay.
She said, I thought it was so funny. She said, we asked, do you know what building this is? And she said, oh, no, I'm not. That was when she responded. Oh, no, I'm not from here.
I'm from Berlin.
Could you tell me? Could you educate me? It was so funny. We're like lost.
Yeah, we're lost.
DC. And this
we ended up
person's asking us. Like, we're like, do you know where we are? And they're like, no, I don't. Do you?
Yeah. And so, Claudette was like, well, either way, we're going to get alcohol, so come with us. Yeah. And we went to Shenanigans. And so it's like, a glam rock and roll band. We look crazy as hell. We have Lucy, who's like transgender, loudly German accent.
Like yellow coat.
Yeah, yellow raincoat.
Yeah.
And we're in this bar with like, 1,000 people with red hats that came up from Georgia, and they're like,
this bar, you were shoulder to shoulder. It was so bad.
And they're just like,
and red hats too.
Yeah, and our bass player Harvey is like,
because Trump has just won the election a couple days prior.
A couple hours.
I guess y'all aren't even for him too.
Well, we're not political.
Well, not either, but I don't like him at all.
I don't. Well, first of all, I'm trying to stop saying I hate so many things, but I don't like Donald Trump. I don't think he's a good person.
I haven't liked any president since probably the fucking 20s, historically.
There's a problem there.
Yeah.
There's a problem there.
Teddy Roosevelt was the last president we had, but we're in this bar, and I can, the vibe in here is getting a little, they're starting
Somebody got thrown out?
Yeah. No, that was, somebody got thrown out, and they're starting to look at our bass player, Harley, who's like 6'2", like perfect, like nails, purple nails, hair down to their shoulders and all this stuff. And so I'm like, I'm hungry. We had gotten some pizza, so we go across the street to this place called the Diner. And
we're called the Diner.
We're pretty fucked up. I'm not that fucked up because I'm having to drive. So
I tried to do a handstand. And I fell.
Yeah, he did a handstand in a suit.
In a suit, and I fell on DC's sidewalk. It was okay. That was graceful. I didn't rip anything.
But no, you did it in DC during the inauguration. You said, "Fuck
on
you."
It was salt on the sidewalk, and I was like, "I'm doing this."
And we went to.
He was like, "You probably shouldn't." I was like,
"Yeah." I was like, "Don't do that." But we
Sorry.
No, Thomas, you're
keep cutting you off.
No, we went to the diner and we're sitting there and we're eating, and it's very quiet, It's kind of like
you've been there for about an hour.
Yeah, about an hour, and we're just in there, and it's it's quiet diner. Well, this really sharp dressed guy in a tuxedo comes in. He's got a bow tie on, longer hair. He opens the door, and he's opening the door for a woman. Well, the woman coming in, she's like dressed to the nines, this like beautiful nightgown, has a mink over her shoulders, and then she has a shaved head and it's dyed blonde, and then I see she has a tattoo on her head. I don't think anything about it. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm looking at this guy's tuxedo. I mean, I don't know who in the hell made that tuxedo. I'm obsessed with clothes.
They both look so sharp.
They look just
like,
phenomenal. So
both of them, they were dressed. They look so good.
I
don't know how else to say it.
I was speaking shitty Serbo-Croatian with Lucy because Lucy's from Croatia, but, lives in Germany, and just failing miserably. And I get up to go get a drink, and I, turn around, and I'm looking at the guy, and I'm like, oh, where did you get that, suit, Taylor? And he's, talking to it, and then I'm look across, and I'm like, I make eye contact with his date, and I'm like, that's fucking Amber Rose. Yeah. And that was one of those holy shit is that? And I was like, are you Amber Rose? And she's like, yes. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry I interrupted your date. She's like, no, you guys are fine. It was just the nicest fucking woman ever to us. And then that was weird because my band is over there fucking hammered.
Plugged our band to Amber Rose.
Yeah. The band, these guys are fucking shit-faced in the corner booth. They look like they're about to fuck up a Denny's.
That was a night for the whole band where we all bonded. We all got drunk.
And on the way back, we couldn't afford a hotel room big enough for 5 people because a friend of ours was with us. So we ended up sleeping. It was three. It was me, Harley, and Thomas in a bed, and then our friend Amelia and Claudette in the same bed. And it was just 5 people in a 2-bedroom. Had to look funny to the front counter.
In the roach-infested hotel room, I saw roaches crawling.
A roach actually robbed us.
A
big roach
outside. Yeah, I actually don't have my drum kit anymore.
They had old bandanas and knives, and they're like, "Hey, that's ours."
So we got gorillas with knives.
Yeah. Roaches with knives.
Yeah, we need dinosaurs. Yeah, we need you guys. We need your people.
Yeah, we will. We'll come and rip a shred like we tried to do with Guar. They killed off most of my people.
Nice. But that's
the DC, the best part of the DC.
That's why we got to get to Guar. That's why we have to talk to Guar.
If you got Guar on here, that'd be great.
Because we need to talk. I need to talk to them about this idea of combining the dinosaur planet with theirs, and doing that whole storyline of that's why I don't have any dinosaur band members no more.
They're all chill, family.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. They're not I wished I was going to Dave Brocky with this shit. But he's dead. He's the lead singer.
He's the original lead singer.
Yeah, he's the original.
I don't know all the Guar lore.
He was original. Yeah. They also have a band called Rarg. It's backwards. So it's backwards.
Rarg.
Yeah, it's Guar backwards, and they have no face. They have no masks. And it's just their real human selves.
Rarg.
Yeah, it's their human shit.
That's
and
wild.
I think it's really cool and how they do that, and their characters, as soon as they put their costumes on, it's when I put my stuff on, I completely change.
Become a different person.
That's you try to push it out.
Parts of it, yeah.
But I can talk like this and be a regular person with the mask on, but then I'm just some idiot in a mask. I feel like.
Yeah, and then when you really get into it.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd enjoy that until we started this. We got in this group, and I remember Claudette coming to us with saying you guys, this is what I want you to do, and I wasn't super into it at first. Then we did it, and it's it's really powerful. It makes you feel like a fucking man. Yeah. It makes you feel like a different person.
Yeah. And you're somebody else in that moment.
Yeah, you get to let out a whole different. It's a really, really big. Not necessarily. It is a creative outlet, but it's kind of different outlet. I don't know how else to. I don't know what the word is, but it's therapeutic.
Yeah. You know exactly what we're talking about. That expression behind the character.
Yeah, the expression of oneself through a character.
Yeah.
Because there's other things deep inside of you.
Yeah. I used to think that was kind of cringy until I did it.
Yeah. I think so too. Because if I looked at because I battled this guy on Favorited. His name is Hell Psycho Clown or whatever, and he is very intense with his characterization. Yeah. Or his character stuff.
To the point some people might look at it.
They might take our banter weirdly because he's talking about, it's some gay shit, but it's fucking dope.
Yeah,
he's saying it to me.
Yeah,
because he's in character.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that it's a guy saying it to me. It's a fucking creepy ass bastard dude. This is a fucking psycho clown.
The way he does it.
Yeah.
We're talking about psycho clown from fucking TikTok, but he's over here on Favorited now.
Yeah.
Have you ever
And I
met
beat him twice. Now we like I'll win against him, and then he'll win against me, and it's fucking crazy sometimes when I win against him. I'm like, what the fuck?
Have you ever met someone that like doesn't come out from behind it? That they're just always
The
like,
character.
In character.
not like
Well, if you're on, if I know them like outside of their character,
Yeah.
yes, I know them outside of their character. But there's some people in here that no, they're always in the character.
it's like,
You don't meet them outside the mask.
well, the thing is, it's like, at what point does it become?
But
is someone not?
But one of these Michael Myers cosplayers is finally taking the mask off and actually breathing now.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if it's because of me at all, but I'm just like, maybe he saw me out of my mask and knows that I'm a cosplayer too at some form or fashion. But I like to cosplay my own characters.
Oh yeah.
I don't
That
do
was-
Michael Myers and stuff. I do Batman, but
You just made me have an epiphany because you said cosplay. I didn't realize I actually did.
you're a cosplayer too.
I cosplayed before we did this band.
Really?
And-
I remember you
Yeah.
mentioned
I
that.
don't know if you know Demon Slayer.
I know who do.
The
I know
anime.
this show.
You know
Yeah.
Inosuke?
I know no guy.
I cosplayed Inosuke because I'm like super into calisthenics.
Yeah.
So I can like walk on my hands.
There's a lot of characters that I
So-
like out of these shows, but I haven't seen any of these shows.
Yeah, I
I've
don't-
seen some of them.
Yeah.
So it
I
wasn't
don't-
that far fetched to believe you could do a handstand.
Oh, I can. Yeah.
I cannot do a handstand.
I can walk
to
across
save
a
my
basketball
life.
court on my hands. I've been
My
able to do it for years now.
my
That sounds
character.
really braggy, but
Yeah.
it's just I don't look at it that
Hey,
way.
it's a flex.
I'm
man.
140 pounds, 69 inches tall, dude. I'm not that guy. But I like to be able to do crazy shit.
Yeah.
My character in Claude Glass is kind of based off of like a boar, like a South African
Boar, yeah.
boar commando.
Yeah, like an Inosuke. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like, the whole thing. That's kind of where I got my character idea from. Cecil Weiser is who I am in Claude Glass.
Yeah.
And that's Weiser's. It's a really common, like, boars in South Africa, like the Dutch that live in South Africa, and that kind of like thing. And that's very therapeutic for me to kind of be that, because it's very similar to being like an Appalachian person. There's a lot of like weird cultural overlaps, but it's just kind of cool because it kind of helps me get my aggression out by being like that kind of. Usually I'm very bubbly, but to be kind of like closed off in a way, and
With your character? you mean?
Like I'm
Cecil,
here to
yeah.
like chase and hunt down Claude Glass.
Yeah, it feels, and there's a point. It's right before. I don't know if anybody paid really close attention, and this is something we're supposed to do as well. Is coming up to the climax of the show. We are supposed to hate Claude Glass. I mean, that's our like mortal enemy.
Claudette.
They're ruining basically our whole. We're at war basically. So and us being in a group together is something that's just happened and is something that we have to deal with basically, and we have to fight through it. And
Stuck on Earth.
It's like the enemy of my enemy is my
friend,
friend, kind of thing. But we're still mortal enemies with Claude Glass, so it's like we really do kind of hate her in a way.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
at the same time, it's our singer, so we love her. Yeah. But it's a good way to get out that.
It's funny.
Hey, so it's kind of like like that whole. You're in a cult. You don't want to be in no more, but yet you're in it because of certain reasons why you're in it.
Well, it's kind of like you.
It's kind of like yeah. I was trying to say it another way. It's like you've seen it in like TV shows where there's members of a team. It's like fuck the leader. Or whatever.
Yeah, well, for us, it's
I'll get them one day.
Well, they have their reasons.
Yeah.
They have their goals.
Reasons of wanting to take over, dethrone it.
They're trying to use the resources they have. The things that they
to take over whatever has been. Yeah.
Claudette is kind of our adversary, and it's like one of those things where it's almost like you'll read about in the war in Ukraine or something. When those guys meet each other, the Russians and Ukrainians, they end up being friends.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like in another life
that.
you'd be friends, but in this we have to hate each other.
Yeah.
Sad.
So
It's crazy. That's savage shit y'all got going on there.
Yeah, that's the point. I think.
And you shoot her every time, and she somehow crawls back from the dead every time.
well, we haven't resurrected her yet, so we'll have to see.
Well, not every time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
just waiting. Like she's gonna resurrect somehow, ain't she?
Yeah, you have to come to the show. Like that's the thing. I really want you guys to come to the show.
I don't know if she's resurrecting or not, but I have a feeling she is.
Yeah, we'll just come there. We're playing surf, an hour and a half of surf instrumentals.
Yeah, Claudette's actually dead.
Yeah, she's
We're
actually
gonna
dead.
change- We're actually just glass now.
Yeah, we're just regular glass. We have to. I need your merch to cut in half. Give me your fridge magnets and your pins.
Yeah, you have to come see that. Like you said, that's the point of our thing is we want it to be exclusive.
Like
We want
every
each
time.
show
Each
to be
show is
exclusive.
exclusive. Yeah.
Like what you guys.
And so
are
it's
doing.
Yeah.
worth
Coming.
going to
Yeah.
multiple times and
Yes.
hanging
That's
out.
what I've always
and
had
watch
with
it.
the
Yeah.
ideas behind Dinosaurs and Knives ever since 2012. It's like I've got to give people something different. You
Yeah,
put the
something
album in and
different.
hear that every time, and then when you go to a show, you're hearing the same song you just heard on the album when you're going to see the show.
And it's
Right.
played the
All
same
time.
way.
We went to go see NASCAR Allo. What did we do? We listened to
Listen to
NASCAR Allo the
everything.
whole
Yeah.
fucking way.
Yeah.
And then guess what? We get there and we hear them again, which is fine. That's why I went. I wanted to hear those same songs because I'm really addicted to them.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like, it wouldn't have been cool if there was some songs that we'd never heard before.
Yeah, like they're we're gonna jam.
Well, they do that sometimes. They
That's
do
one of-
do that.
They do
They
that.
do. They do.
They do that. They do
One of
that.
my only I don't want to hate on rappers because I like a lot of hip hop.
I do too. God
But
damn it. Ghost names.
the
and
way-
City Morgues.
The way a lot of them perform, I don't like because they don't like Suicide Boys. When I watch their performances, they get into the music. They sing the majority of the lyrics. They put on a good show. They get crowd involvement. They get fucking mosh pits and shit. I was watching. I love watching music fails because I guess because I'm a musician. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I love cringe.
Might help too.
and shit. Yeah, because it's like what not to do.
Yeah.
I saw this video of 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and that man said like 5 words out of a whole song. Like these people are paying hundreds of dollars
Yeah.
to see you, and you're gonna say
I think Macklemore
gang.
was the best
Like
hip hop show. Honestly,
really like his songs.
I can see. I don't. I'm not a big fan of Macklemore, but I can see him putting
I
on a
just
good
don't
show.
really like his decisions.
whole
sometimes.
album
Like his what he went to jail for.
that I saw the
I'm not
concert
for
what he
for.
went to jail.
It was
Yeah.
exactly
I'm
like
not for
exactly
that,
what you
but
paid
some
to
of his
see
songs
because
are
you paid
really
to
good
see
still. I
that
can't help
album.
He didn't
And
fake
him
sell it.
It's like
performing,
romance.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it was real.
So you can't hate Macklemore. That's why Macklemore doesn't have a bunch of fucking haters
Right.
because he's real.
Yeah.
Versus Tekashi 6ix9ine is a fake ass little fucking punk bitch. Has never been through any real shit and wants to come out here and
He's just been jumped and kidnapped.
yeah, and now he has the money to fucking pay goons to walk around him to make
Yeah.
him look tough. And it's like, dude,
He shaved
You
all
haven't
of his
lived this
hair,
life.
so he is bald. He has no hair now. Like he's got that nice looking hair though.
Yeah.
He's like Justin Bieber haircut when he got
So
He's-
strange.
when he shaved when he quit when he
he's
took
a
his
dead
hair.
artist. He's completely ruined.
Well,
I don't think he could ever
he
come
might
back.
be a little dead now, but like when he got out of jail for that bullshit that he shouldn't have done, like it shouldn't have happened. That kid's like, well, that person's parents should have been more involved too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So there's not just it's not just on him.
Yeah.
No one ID'd nobody.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
that's one of the
So-
problems with the world today. Is people look at a problem like that, an issue like that, and I think they just see the surface level. You know, they don't want
the worst of it. You
Kind
know,
of like
when there's
the Columbine shooting. Like there were so many police reports. I was just watching a video earlier today
I seen the bowling for Columbine
about Dylan
and all that.
Klebold and how they literally had a website with a list of people they wanted to murder.
Yeah.
For months
It was
before the school
obvious.
shooting. The
Yeah.
police knew about it, and no one did a fucking thing. So.
Yep.
I mean, and then you have like the mainstream people who see these, I guess, like, what is it, CNN, these news articles that only cover, one, they don't get into the actual topic of, these children were neglected at home, or
Yeah.
like with that situation. Obviously, you were neglecting your child if you didn't know about the situation until it got to a point where it came to that heading.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like the Columbine shooting. Like, you're going to tell me that this came out of nowhere but this child made 95 bombs in your garage,
Yeah.
and you didn't know about a single one.
You always see it coming.
You're
really.
a bad fucking parent.
Yeah.
You're a bad
exactly. Because like, where was that parent at when she was at the 6ix9ine concert?
Yeah,
Or no, at the party at his house.
My dad would have known if any one of me or my 2 older brothers
You
were
have to
doing
with your
something like
kids.
that.
You
Yeah.
have to with your kids.
And not just because we would have been like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
As parents, you have
They
to
check
protect
on
your
us.
kids. You know?
Yeah.
My parents are
After they're
divorced
out of the
and shit, too,
house,
so-
it's really hard to do that.
Yeah.
You can't tell them what to do. But then when they're in your house and they're living in your house, like it's not like a jail sentence, but this is good for you.
Yeah, it's protective.
Yeah, and I'm pretty happy that I have kids that are pretty smart and they're not like jeopardizing shit. Not even trying
I
to
appreciate
attempt
what
to
you
do
said
that.
about the not putting symbols like that on your children, because that would be like a form of indoctrination.
Yeah.
And they don't know what they're wearing.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I
When then
appreciate
somebody could see that it's not crossed out, and you're not, and they could be like, well,
it.
what are those
Why are you
kids
putting that on your
think?
kid?
Yeah.
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 But he can wear like sigils. He can wear like anything. So he can wear hatchet men, or he can wear the upside down cross,
Yeah.
the pentagram.
And
I
of
love
course,
St. Peter.
And of course,
But yeah, and that's the Christian symbolism. So I don't know what people are talking about with satanic shit.
Yeah.
St. Peter was crucified on an upside down cross. That's-
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
he was. That's where the upside down cross comes from.
Yeah.
But people think it's satanic, but it's not.
Yeah, that's always what
He
they show
actually
in
did that,
in
so
the
he
scary
wasn't like
movies, the cross.
Jesus. But whatever.
Yeah, he didn't want to insult Christ by being
Exactly.
crucified
Same
straight
way.
up. Yeah.
It's a lot of respect there. Sorry.
There's many
Charlie.
different crosses. I mean, you have the
Leviathan cross.
Orthodox cross,
The Leviathan
the
cross.
Leviathan, the
That's
kilt.
funny. See, that's something I never knew, and most people, like we were saying, would look at that and see that surface level of, oh, I saw that in a movie once.
Yeah,
That means bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
Bad,
No,
bad,
no.
bad,
I
bad.
look up all these sigils and I know what they mean, and my
Yeah.
kid will wear them because he knows what they mean.
Yeah.
If he wants to wear something, he can wear it.
He
He's
can
not
make his
wearing
own
it to be
decision.
cool.
When I was a kid, my dad gave me this, and I've been wearing it ever since.
And you know what?
That's good.
What you just said? He's not doing it to be cool.
Yeah.
That's what makes something cool.
Yeah.
When you don't do it to be cool.
Exactly.
That's what makes it cool.
Exactly, because he's like he literally taps in with what it means instead of
Yeah.
like going based off
Yeah.
what they say.
Yeah,
You know,
about
this
what
is
he's
a
heard
satanic
about it.
flag right here, but I don't use it in evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Symbol.
Fucking.
it's a symbol of like being yourself and free,
I like that.
and not having to be like stuck to something that makes me feel like I'm unwanted.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I choose different little aspects of different religions, but I walk like Jesus. Though I try to be as much like Jesus as I fucking can,
Yeah.
with being as nice as I can and taking as much shit as I can.
Being,
And,
the
yeah, but he flipped the tables one time too,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
the money changers and all that. I mean, that's the thing with like even Claude Glass to a certain point. The symbology we use, there is something there. It's not a
there's-
cult, but
There's
it's
a ton of religious.
No, it's a
Yeah.
cult, guys. We
Yeah.
heard it here.
Oh,
Yeah.
We heard it
yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
We heard it.
We
right
want
here
our
on the
fans
show.
to be a cult.
yeah.
They're a cult. They are definitely
Form
a
a
cult.
cult.
We're starting another cult.
It would be
We're
the
joining.
it would,
We're actually gonna start.
Oh, we have the Kool-Aid ready.
yeah. We
So
have the Kool-Aid.
Everybody
Kool-Aid,
get your
yeah,
glasses.
I just want to
Starting-
point something
We're
out.
getting into the cult with Claude Glass today on the show. It's behind the scenes.
We're drinking the Kool-Aid.
We don't have our high priestess here,
We're
but
like the priestess, but we're getting indoctrinated.
I
Everybody get indoctrinated.
Hey, let me
today.
get some of that indoctrination. But
You
know what's
Some
funny?
of that indoctrination. Get y'all some indoctrination, okay? We're about to induct ourselves into the Hall of Fame of
And
cultism.
the
We are the
Jones.
occult.
Got me a sip in here.
So you know
If you don't mind.
Jonestown, where they drank the
well,
Kool-Aid.
that's who we are. We are John Jones.
They drank Flavor Aid. It was all.
I know it's all off-brand
Drink
shit.
that Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
We are the cult now with Claude Glass
Exactly.
live on the stream. What's up, guys? Mickey Mouse it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
How's it feel to be in a cult now? Oh, it feels good.
Well, you know, it's an occult that's based on astrology.
Yeah.
The whole thing is.
Look at him. He's just
yeah.
like, oh, he's knocked out of being
Yeah,
in a
he's
cult.
knocked out. We got to resuscitate Thomas.
Me when I go to Jamestown.
Yeah.
You drank the Kool-Aid and he died.
Yeah, bam.
Yeah, me when I go to Jonestown.
Jonestown tea.
Jonestown.
Yeah,
goes to Jamestown.
Jonestown LARP is
Jamestown.
crazy.
Me LARPing Jonestown.
We really appreciate the hell out of you guys, but
Yeah.
We appreciate the hell out of y'all guys.
yeah, we'll have to come back and just
Well, we did our first behind the scenes tonight.
yeah, come
Yeah.
check out
Just be a
the
part
the
of it.
show.
When is your show?
Our show is this Friday, February
they've already done
28th.
it.
February 28th.
Hollywood Cinema.
Yeah.
And is it in Martinsville?
Martinsville.
It is
Is that a
Martinsville.
movie theater?
Movie theater. We're in Theater 1. Tickets are $15. It's an all ages show. So you can bring your kids and everything. It's if you want to see a
Bring your
theatrical.
grandma.
Bring your grandma.
Man.
If you
Bring your motherfucking grandma.
Bring your mama.
Bring your
sister.
mom's
Bring your
mama.
auntie. Bring it.
If you want to see a theatrical rock and roll band, like listen, if you have a boomer in your life you want to bring to the show, like
They'll probably
your
like
parents say,
They'll
hey,
probably like
hey, did you like Alice Cooper back in the day? Did you like David Bowie? Well, come see
Come
us.
see this.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to see somebody play guitar off their teeth? Do you want to see someone
Well, this is
resurrected? from
coming
the dead?
up though. This is
Yeah.
like what?
2 days.
In 2 days?
Yeah.
Which in 2
See
days
a
is
live
what's today?
murder.
Today's I think today's
Today is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday
So it'll be
the
literally in
26th.
2 days.
Yeah.
So
Friday.
Friday,
26th,
so that's right before the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. But no, Saturday is the
Yeah,
elimination.
no, it's
chamber.
right before the
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber.
So
What's the elimination
I love
chamber?
you. You're really
It's
tired.
the pay-per-view y'all are coming to.
If y'all
Oh,
want
cool.
to.
yeah.
On
Oh,
Saturday.
yeah.
So,
Sorry.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I appreciate y'all
For sure.
coming on.
Yeah, that was
freaking
dope.
Claude Glass, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
two
has
members
been-
of Claude Glass. Maybe we'll get Claudia, or Claudette.
Claudette.
Claudette. I'm
Claudette.
sorry.
You're fine.
Well, Claude Glass.
Yeah,
your
yeah.
mortal
You
enemy.
can say Claude
Yeah.
And
Glass,
Harley.
Yeah. We got to get Harley on here.
Yeah.
Our friend Holly.
Yeah, our friend.
Our friend
He's our
Harley.
friend. They're our friend. They play
So
bass
my
really good.
question, before we all head out,
'Cause this has been a good 2 hours.
Yeah,
guys. I
yeah.
love
are we,
it.
sure.
I
as
love
the
it.
audience,
Uh-huh.
supposed to decide to be behind the
Y'all
enemy of
or
Claude
we
Sons
Claude
of
Glass
Saturn or
or
Claude
Claude Glass?
Yeah.
Who are
That's
we
kinda-
with?
I think
Is that
That's
up
for
to us
you to decide.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think that's kind of the part or the fun of the lore is we really want, like, it sounds conceited because we're making our way up, but we want to have fans that dive into our lore, and I want to get to a point where it's so mysterious that people interpret it in their own way and come up with their own things that they think is right that might not be right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
have all these different meanings and interpretations. So yes, I would say it is definitely up for the viewers' decision.
Discretion.
Their discretion. Yeah, their discretion
Well-
to decide who they support.
Beyond
Yeah.
that, if you just want
Good
to
question also.
meet a really interesting person, it's a bit for me, Harley, and Thomas, but Claudette, I don't know where it starts, where it
Where it
ends.
ends,
So I mean, that's
It just is.
it. Just is, yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, you can take the mask off. Oh, okay, you have a casual mask. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it takes the mask off. It's another mask.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hey, we're recording in a studio. Oh, you have a recording mask. Okay. Oh,
recording
okay.
veil.
All right. Hey, you're staying at my
Pictures veil.
house. Okay. Yeah, it's like one of those things. Where
The
it's just-
driving veil.
Yeah.
The eating veil.
Can't fix their food. Anything. Yeah. Oh, we're driving. Okay. So let's.
It's fun times.
Yeah. It's strange.
And of course, we're all over there like these dudes.
Yeah.
In a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's all decked out with
Yeah.
her mask.
Yeah.
And covered up.
Speaking parables.
This masked alien with us.
Speaking in parables the whole time. Okay. All right. Sometimes I want to
Yes.
call my mom and be like, come pick me up.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
She's definitely the visionary for sure.
Yeah. Definitely the artist out of all of us is.
I
Just
think
got out.
she probably brings out our more artistic side.
Yeah, like pushes us to do things we haven't done before, to heavy up or lighten up.
Yeah.
Really kind of got us to. We're kind of a pop band. Really. I mean,
By
like
the time we've made 2 albums, we'll just be like an indie band. There's not
we
gonna be
have like
any
what,
genre.
20 songs.
Right now, I know we have 10 originals.
Yeah.
Probably more.
And we're covering
We have 10, I know for a fact, fully written, fully lyricized.
lyricized.
Yeah, we could go to the
Lyricized.
studio right now, and I would be comfortable recording.
That's what we're going to be
Both
doing
songs.
after this show
Probably
for the
about
next
12
couple months,
songs.
is focusing on recording and
Yeah.
putting out material.
Yeah, probably closer
hell
to
yeah.
15 and 20.
Yeah,
It's a lot. We're getting.
So I'm gonna switch the dates on everything. So I'm gonna
Awesome.
put y'all out the first Sunday of March.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to do is just make y'all's thumbnail. I need some pictures.
I got you.
From
I
the
got
shit.
you.
We got a ton,
Like
yeah.
anything of like y'all too, because I know it's just y'all, but like
Yeah.
y'all,
I got
like
you.
something that I can work with. I cut it out and I make stickers.
Maybe
and,
we could do a picture of
collage
the
it.
band and
Yeah.
then dub like a picture of just you and me.
I got it.
And
Trust
on
me.
normal
I got
picture.
everything you need. But yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, we'll figure something.
Awesome.
And then I cut the pictures and then
Yeah.
I put it on there.
We
and shit
got
like
you.
that. So,
Thank you guys for
Yeah, thank you guys.
having us.
This is awesome.
This has been
The
the High as Fuck
podcast.
podcast with your boys
Matt Jackson
and Jedi Joe Cool
and we
and our boys.
Angus Hobson. We talked right.
Hop-
There's nothing
Angus
another
Hop
shot to
Skippity
hit.
Dobson
and
and Thomas
Hopkins.
Dot Dibbity Dillon.
Tommy Machine Gun Foot Dillon, because he plays a
T-Train.
double bass drum.
double stuff drum
Double killer.
sets.
And we are out
Like
like Elvis Presley.
Like Sid Vicious.
Like Elvis Presley is Sid Vicious. So we're going
Like
out.
like
to
Sid
Elvis.
and Nancy.
And we're out.
Like Sid and Nancy.
And we're out like Sid and Nancy. Claude Glass, y'all.